life is in danger. Thank you.
You know, those Fed computers really killing my boner.
If I learned anything from watching them CSI shows, it's that you want to zoom and enhance.
Okay.
And this is the Beastmaster 5000. It can do anything. It could probably bake you a cake if you asked it nicely.
Well, I don't need no cake right now, Siri.
Okay,
Let's stay
that's okay. I
focused.
got a
We need
snack
to find
bar.
that
If you
beast.
want a snack, do you need a granola bar?
No, I don't. I want to
Okay.
find the beast. That's
All
real
right.
important right now.
Okay, yeah, we want to find the beast. Okay.
Yes.
Now let me just Okay, I'm just gonna click zoom and enhance.
Uh-huh.
Oh, look at that! I'm like a CSI. Okay,
You're
I think I.
see you sometime, all right.
We have to pick somebody to suffer that negative effect.
No.
Yes.
We can't just use the gun.
Says who?
I'm the princess, okay?
What?
I think I make
Use
the
the gun
rules.
as an action.
Oh, what, the stuff
can't
of
use
legend
it
police
to
are gonna
react
show
to
up
this.
if we don't do it?
Right?
Rules.
Catch you.
We
gotta get him out of
Let
here.
me set the scene here. Let me saying it like that. I'm gonna throw something.
Let me speak briefly to the RP element of this. My guy, I don't know what his name is yet, but I finished at the pub. I had multiple civilians tell me that I would never kiss him. I never kissed him, and I'll never catch him.
Jack the Ripper.
Oh, you never kissed Jack the Ripper. Stinking of booze the way you are, sir.
So you get out. So you get out. I get out of the poop, and I start walking. And I start walking, and I'm a little drunk because you know what? I'm upset, and that's what I do when I'm upset. As I go drink. I'm walking back to my house. It's maybe 3 a.m. The devil's hour, some might say, and I just hear.
You knew immediately that something was amiss.
And I
pull out chapstick and you're like, oh, I'm gonna kiss you.
Oh no. I just say oh no, I don't actually know what's
Oh, it's oh no.
Alright, so I'm dealing 4...
damage to 2, and then defender, it looks like during combat it's going to resolve first. So during combat, if this card isn't sleeved, its value is worth 5 instead of 2.
What?
Uh-oh, then after
It's
combat...
not sleeves!
What the f*** does that mean? No!
There's no sleeves on these cards.
No, they're not.
There's no sleeves
Do you
on these
see a
cards.
sleeve on that card?
Also, are you wearing pants? Let me check.
I am.
He's wearing pants. If you're not wearing pants, go put on pants. So, however, after combat, now for Beowulf, if you won the combat... Oh, never mind, you didn't win the combat.
I didn't, yeah, because he defended it because of that 5 value. But, so after combat, if you won the combat, draw 2 cards. If you lost the combat, your opponent draws 2
Oh, hey, thanks.
There you go. There you go.
I needed 2
Quite
cards.
welcome.
What are you at right now for cards?
Let's see.
I'm glad I could help you.
5.
Oh, man.
God.
Okay. Put you there, so at least
Yeah.
it looks like
I like it.
everything's together.
What a mess. What a
Okay, so that was my heroics. That gets me 2. But I had to spend 1 to battle, so
right.
Put that back.
Okay.
All because of your glyphs.
Yeah, my stupid glyphs. And then, so that's the end of my turn, so I get 6 warriors. So I ended in the grasslands.
Right. Not bad.
Nice.
My turn.
Cool.
Yeah, nice.
Drop a skull, baby.
Whoop, whoop.
Oh, events. Gee, I wonder what this could be.
Please just rotate. Yay!
Oh, hey, it landed on the sanctuary.
Dang it. Could we? I don't think we could see that from this angle. Yeah, we could.
Yeah, we could.
Oh, clip it,
Somebody
that.
clip it.
You gotta send that to Restoration
That's
Games.
amazing.
I think.
Oh.
I think I win unless I roll a 1.
Yeah, unless you roll a 1.
Yeah, unless you roll a 1,
win.
it's over. Oh, that's getting clipped. Somebody clipped that. That was fantastic.
I was like, everybody, meat shield me, meat shield me.
It almost worked.
And every 4 years, there's going to be another election where one of us
just had one. Why
one of us will be elected mayor, and
when I'm mayor, I'm gonna stop all elections.
your
They did elect you in.
1, 2. I mean, I guess I might as well.
Get to your loot.
3, 4. Now these are.
The door.
Oh no!
killed everything.
Volcar has been angered!
Oh, wow. That was amazing.
Alright. We're fine.
I think I was there-ish.
There's a tree over here.
I have no idea where it was. I think it was there.
Hurricane Eric hit the island.
This goes somewhere.
Right here.
That one.
Okay.
This is all good because now we know how.
Then tell
guess.
if you think it's gonna pass.
I bet the alien would like this ghost marionette that I have.
What? Do you think it's gonna go through?
Is that
I
gonna
think
be?
you're gonna love that ghost marionette. Okay, he didn't want my ghost marionette.
He said you
So that
sucked.
stays up right there, and your turn ends.
Okay. That's fine.
Alright,
Aliens.
Alien's turn. Alien plays a card face up.
I hope the FBI takes you. Don't want to play ghost with me. This alien sucks.
Don't worry, we'll get a kid.
I feel like that's
Dumbass
exactly
kid.
what would really
Figure it
happen with a kid.
You get around 31. He's got 2 other ways out. So.
My constable feels a shiver go down
But-
his spine.
But
he doesn't know.
by the time she's asking about 31, it's going to be an arrest attempt.
I'm trying to roleplay.
That's true.
Sorry,
I appreciate it.
I was busy playing the game, and I got
My
I got
constable feels a shiver go down his spine, and he doesn't know whether it's the fact that Jack is near or that he's covered in piss and it's really cold outside. He doesn't. So that's
He
all
is
I.
seeping into his
Great.
thorn wounds.
That's all. That's all.
Ew.
So it also might be disease, the shiver.
His piss is slowly seeping into the thorn wounds from the rose he found on the street, now penetrating his dump truck.
I'm going off of halfway paying attention to watching the how-to earlier today. So.
Okay. Well, I briefly looked at the rules 5 minutes ago.
Nice.
I've never played this game.
You're still gonna beat us all.
I had to give myself a handicap. I'm gonna sell these 3 for this personal stylist that definitely won't kill anyone.
For 25.
25. Big ones
The
in
flavor
there.
text says, no, that shirt does not make you look fat. Your fleshy human bits do.
But it means I don't get any money for those, so I'm only gonna sell this one and get $2. Which means I can't buy anything.
Oh, so all you're gonna do on your turn is bank
I'm
25
just gonna
victory
get
points?
25 points.
Oh.
And it's just
Yeah.
it's a whatever turn, honestly.
Those are my points.
Wow.
I have 46.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Dustin?
29.
I have 51.
Shay, how much did you win by?
I have 86.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god!
Yeah. What's the name of the show
You want
again?
to go first?
What is the name of the
I'm
show?
ready.
Share House? Home Share?
Share home.
Welcome back to Share Home! A house meeting has just been called, and everyone's gonna say something they like about somebody else, but they can't say their name, so this one's gonna be hot! Let's go to the cameras!
Enjoy this. This is gonna happen the whole time. It's gonna be super fun. I'm also trying to audition for Toad in any of the remaining Mario games. Any Mario game that comes up, I am available. I'm gonna make sure I wasn't pulling a Kyle.
Level 3 hype train. Kyle isn't cheating? By accident?
That's exactly what I meant.
Yeah. I'm good at that. And also at losing at board games. Oh, well. In spite of the fact that I cheat by accident.
That's me.
See, now cheating from ignorance, obviously a little bit more forgivable, right?
It is when you do it sparingly.
There's a little limit.
For the person who picks the game, makes a whole video about how to play it, teaches us how to play, and then accidentally messes up the rules, questions pop into my head.
I'm gonna put.
Yeah, this is like a crime scene photo.
Okay, so this is so we know who died, where they got.
I'm just following the instructions on the card.
I mean,
you do
we
you,
were
Kyle.
just thinking of a joke
You do
we told
you,
each
yeah.
other before the
That's what
stream
it was.
started.
Yeah, nothing to do with that. Completely separate.
Let me just alter the orientation a little bit.
So,
If you'd placed the bottom one first, it wouldn't have happened that way.
Oh man.
I will tell you what we could do on that drive over. I mean, because there's like the road.
Yeah, but it's faster. Actually, it's much slower if we don't take the road, but it's more fun.
It is more fun.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's more mud.
Yeah, there's a heck of a lot more mud if we don't take a direct route.
Yeah, yeah, and I think like on the way, I don't know, we can just fire our guns and see what happens.
And it's like I always say, can't get pulled over for drinking and driving if you're not on a road.
Damn right, those are the rules.
Yeah, they can't. That's entrapment. I think they tried that.
It's absolutely entrapment. And when my family's Shabs, go Shabs, when they founded Sucker Creek, they wrote that in.
Yeah.
They very deliberately were like, the rules only work on the roads.
Yeah.
The rest of this is Shab country out here.
We good? Can I flick?
What are you doing?
Yeah,
I'm making an arcing obstacle, so if
No.
it clicks too high,
No.
it'll bounce
It's like
it
holy
out.
moly. I like it.
Yeah.
That was not what you were trying to do at all.
Does this go?
Not even close. But I got him within pillars.
No, actually, that stays where it
you
is
didn't.
until it
No,
activates
you
again.
moved the pillars you were looking at.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not very good at flicking things
that was
yet.
real bad.
That's
that
my
was-
first flick,
That
okay?
was real bad.
My
You
first
should
flick.
see his digital flick.
Oh, my digital flick? Leave you in tears.
That sounds like something that people have to pay extra for.
No, it sounds
Yeah, it's
like
$5.99.
it sounds exactly like it's
You know
supposed
what? Let's get some shortened like terms going on. So digital flick. I'm thinking we just take the first.
and that is the end of my double turn.
Cool.
Are there any pointers on what kind of you're going to be up
Oh, wait,
against?
I did.
When
With
battling
the-
him, he makes
Yeah,
you
you
lose
say-
spirit,
yeah.
and he targets heroes in his current kingdom. So it might
Oh,
be that
great.
he, like, if we're in the kingdom while he's being fought, we might all get affected by what happens.
Great.
And he makes you lose spirit.
Wonderful.
I did it again!
What?
2 and 1?
What are the
Bullseye,
odds?
baby! Bullseye!
Clip it.
And not Bullseye from the Daredevil expansion of Unmatched.
Guess what? Guess what? What? I don't give a
Wow.
Where's my 9? There it is.
What are you at?
This is a family-friendly show.
9.
I don't know why you're... No.
There's just families gathered around their home PCs.
Yeah, they're gathered around like it's the old day radio.
I would totally listen to this show as a radio program.
Just listen to us play a board game. I have no idea what's happening.
God! Bigfoot has fog on him? What is this game about?
What are you doing?
Moving.
Yeah, but what are you going to do there?
Kill you.
Whoa. Whoa. Totally uncalled for, sir.
Why do you want to kill him? Oh, I see. It's the point of the game. I forgot for a minute. I thought this was a co-op.
Whoa,
play.
Why so violent?
We need to really start working towards the shared objective.
Yeah.
Which is to
We're
defeat-
3 turns away from losing. I don't understand why nobody's working
the
together.
countdown!
Yeah.
We have to defeat the Dark Tower!
This is that interesting subgenre of board games where it's like, who's winning and losing is so obvious, nothing else is. It's very clear that this is the win-lose thing. The rest of it, oh boy.
Well, except for the fact, like, if you haven't been explained the rules, there's 2 tracks here. What does this mean?
I will say, yeah, I get because the crunchiest thing I've played is like Great Western Trail, but at least that has 1 track. You have to make it to the end of the Great Western Trail. You don't have to do it backwards while you do it forward.
What's happening here, Muldoon?
Well, you're gonna defend, but you put. So you.
I thought you said you were shooting me. I thought it was a scheme. No, I'm sorry. My mistake.
Yeah, you're like, hold on, let me see what your card is so I can properly choose my
Did you
defense.
retain that information, or have you already forgotten it?
I saw the number. I definitely retained the number. So you're shooting from here to here?
No, I'm shooting from here.
Oh, you're shooting. All right, Muldoon's doing it.
Yeah.
I forgot Muldoon could do that. Hey, thanks for the follow. Sorry, I'll get with you guys in just a second. I gotta defend what's happening.
Kyle is very busy right now.
Everything's coming
Kind of cheating, to be honest.
Yeah, kind of cheat. I didn't mean to.
That's true.
I'm gonna take. Ooh, I'm gonna do this one.
Okay, put them up there.
And this is. I'm playing this without really thinking about what it means.
I've heard this a few times when the card gets flipped too early.
Give me your lunch money.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Give me your lunch money? That's the most polite bully you'll ever meet at the playground. Give it to me, though.
I would like.
His intention was well met, though. Like he kind of knew something was up.
Give me your lunch money. You're up.
Would you zoom in on that map for me?
No.
I got some plans here. Let's see. Okay. Oh, perfect.
Hold on. Just looking around.
Yep. All right.
I don't give a shit about the cameras. I care about the game. I was just playing that.
As soon as we wanted to see it.
Did you do that on purpose?
Like, get your head back here somewhere. I'm gonna tweeze him.
I'm so focused. I'm like, I don't care. What?
You forgot.
Are we on a show right now?
You forgot.
No.
Now, head of the investigation
Looks like
tonight
it's me.
is.
It is I. We needed new blood, and by that I mean every member of my generation has lived in front.
Inspector Frederick Aberline.
Frederick
Oh, I
Aberline.
really am a
Look
chick.
at those mutton chops.
Please, Frederick is my father's name. Call me Fanny.
We're never gonna lose this case when Fanny's on the job.
That's what they say.
You may move again.
Wonderful. Something about a street lamp.
Alley token.
Cross through an alley.
That allows you to move through a housing block, which is like if you were at 95, you can move through the alleys over to 96 or something. I mean, better
Or if
example.
I was like somewhere down there, maybe I could do a bunch of things down there if I were there.
Or like from 117 across to 81.
Or like, I don't know, 154 up to...
like 59 to, I don't know, like 70.
Hypothetically, yeah, but like I could do also 40 to 41 over here.
Okay.
Unruly Cats, since you just threw 1,000 bits all at once, that hits the threshold of an immediate nerf, targeting the player of your choosing. The next night that I activate may only move and attack twice in a row.
Not bad. And now
Greg Chun just threw 1,000 bits in. Buff
You said
Bill.
bump it up.
Bill may move and attack twice in a row the next 3 times.
Oh my!
Hey! Welcome everybody to The Board and Barrel. My name's Kyle McCarley. With me as most of the time, mostly Eric Riker.
Oh, hello. I'm also here.
Over on the other side of the table, Dustin Hendrickson.
Where's the rest of him? I've said that a lot, but some people haven't been here and heard that, so this is for you.
And Danica Sweet.
What?
Because he's mostly Eric.
Yeah.
Oh, I
See,
thought...
she hasn't even heard it, so it's fine.
No, I thought...
I thought it was in response to your name, because he waits until I introduce him.
Yes.
He's commenting the fact that I lost both legs. See.
You walk remarkably well for a double amputee.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's really impressive.
Well, I found them. They grew back.
It's. I was gonna say it's especially impressive how they bend at the knees.
Yeah.
Good quality.
This is a show where we play board games. Let's just take it straight over to the table. For this week's game,
Yuki.
Snacks.
Get down.
Yuki.
Good dog. They can't see, thank God. We all are having a shared hallucination. There's no dog here.
No dog.
Sometimes I wish she was a hallucination, but she's very real for a hallucination.
Yeah.
I got the scratches to prove it.
Same.
If we had a dog cam, you could check for yourself.
We don't have a dog cam.
I know.
We're gonna invest in a dog
I
cam.
have too many cameras connected to this computer as it is.
Do we need all of them?
Yes.
All of them.
Every single
one of these
We don't need a
cameras.
Nerf camera.
single
into a dog
one of these
We don't need
cameras.
a Nerf camera.
is
You can use that
necessary.
camera for that.
And this one. And this one. And that one. All the cameras.
What about that one?
If you move this to somewhere else,
Or that one?
then we could use that camera as a dog cam.
That's just Nerds Cam. Why do we have Nerds Cam?
But okay, no, we're keeping
the Nerds Cam.
I don't understand why we have Nerds Cam. I'll be honest.
There's a line. We're not crossing the line.
Okay. Tonight's game is Choose Your Own Adventure House of Danger. This is the first of 2 Choose Your Own Adventure games that Prospero Hall designed back in... This one came out in 2018, I think?
Yes.
For Z-Man Games. So before they were purchased by Funko.
Oh, wow.
And then sold by Funko?
and then later sold by...
Well,
they were absorbed into Funko Games, and then Funko sold their games division. And I'm not sure if they laid everyone off, or if the company that they sold to laid everyone off.
Capitalism's great. Perfect system, no notes.
Almost everybody who was part of Prospero Hall is now part of Tempest Workshop, and they haven't put anything out yet.
you a super wizard eyebrow right now.
Is it up there? Did I get it?
5? That I think that there we go. Thank you. I couldn't help but stay with that.
95.
Oh, wait, no, that's the address. I just looked down and I saw 1995 and I didn't read the rest. My mind was too long.
You thought the game came out in
1995 County Road.
Well, the Choose Your Own Adventure book was from 1982.
Oh, wow. When was this published, though? 2018.
2018.
That's much better than 1995. I was like, this is badass for 1985 or 1995.
No, 2018. It's a very simple game. We're mostly just going to do what's written on cards, read them out, and then make choices as we go along.
Oh god, I'm so bad at making choices.
It's a co-op game, so we will cooperatively make choices.
Not the way I play.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe 50%.
The rule book says we always leave the book cover card on top of the stack so that nobody accidentally reads anything they're not supposed to, because we will pull the top card off the stack and start there, but then we're going to be flipping through to find a page number and stuff like that.
Oh, so this is the book.
This is the book. This is the first chapter of the book. There are 5 chapters. I don't know how many of them we're going to play tonight, but
Oh, yep, there they are.
here they are.
Oh, shit.
Wow. Okay.
So this card always stays on top of the stack unless, we're looking for something. We go grab it. Try not to read anything you're not
Are they
supposed
double-sided or something?
to. There's a lot of continued on back stuff.
Real talk. Who here has done a Choose Your Own Adventure book? Everybody has?
Good.
Has anybody done this one?
No, I don't remember.
Okay.
I doubt it. Have you?
I actually think I have done this one.
Ooh, I don't know.
But I was a child. Like a child.
I mean, yeah. And I don't know how much of a resemblance the board game bears to the book.
Yuki, what are you doing?
So there's going to be times when we are asked to make a challenge roll. There are 5 different types of challenges. They are indicated by various icons. Climbing, fighting, dexterity, perception, and strength. Let's zoom in on those so you can see those a little better. Maybe I'll zoom in a little further. There we go. Whoo! When we make a challenge roll, we will roll this die, and as long as we meet or exceed the number that this cube is next to, we pass the challenge. And based on the result of the roll, we do whatever the card says, whether we pass or fail. If we want to use an item that's in our inventory, use an item bonus, we can slot that in like so.
Ooh.
Let me zoom out a little bit so people can see that. That pocket knife gives us a +1 to all fighting challenges. But if you roll a 1, you automatically fail the challenge. If you roll a 1, we will lose any item that we have loaded in our challenge booster slot.
I don't like those odds.
1 in 6?
That's terrible.
Yeah. As we're going through, we might get clues from the clue stack here. These will sometimes be things that'll help steer us towards our goal, which we'll find out as soon as we read this first card. Sometimes there'll be items that we get to load up into our inventory down there, like the bottle of water and the pocket knife that we start with.
Always stay hydrated.
We are also trying to increase our psychic scale as we go, because that is going to give us more psychic powers, psychic abilities to help us in our challenge. Stuff that happens throughout the game can raise or lower either one of these meters. And if we die, we don't lose. We just go back to the last card and we decrease our psychic scale, I think. Where does it say that?
So we have no choice but to finish the game.
Yeah. If you die during your adventure, move the psychic mover back the number of spaces on the psychic meter as directed by the card, and go to the previous story card as indicated. Dying isn't the end of the game, it's only a setback.
We rewind time a little bit. And
So how do you lose the game? How do you win the game?
By completing all 5 chapters. Each chapter is designed to be played in a single session. They don't say how long each session will take.
17 hours.
Right. We will see some cards that have a story return up at the top. Well, we might anyway. That story return card right there. When the story return symbol comes up, that means we have a chance to go back. When you reach a story card indicating you've achieved your goal, so this is when we finish the chapter, then we get to keep any items we found. We maintain our current positions on the danger meter and the psychic scale, and then we can move on to the next chapter if we decide we want to play another chapter tonight. But if we get to a story return, then we could go back and replay some of the story so far in an effort to collect more items or increase our psychic scale or something like that. If we do that, cards we've already seen, so cards that end up in the discard pile, stay in the discard pile.
Sir Air Dude!
Hey, thanks so much for that resub, Sir Air Dude.
30 months!
30 months.
Woo!
He's been with us a long time.
Yeah.
Is that since the beginning of this channel, Sir Air Dude?
30 months?
I'm not sure.
That's only 2.5 years.
But the channel...
Because we were...
I can't remember when the channel started.
We were on his channel for years.
That's true.
You doubt it? Oh, okay. It's a while. It's a long while.
Take a while.
So any cards that we've already seen, we can't revisit. We will only be able 3 years and 5 months.
It's a long time.
Wow.
And you've only liked us for 2.5 of that.
It's interesting that multiple bots decided to respond to that command.
Yeah, what is all this?
I didn't know that Stream Elements and Botrix could respond to any commands. I will be looking into that. Anyway.
Thanks for breaking something for us.
So any cards we've already seen we can't go back to, but we could go back through Chapter 1 even though we finished it to try and get some extra
Do
stuff.
some grinding.
If we choose to do that, we have to make it back to the end goal in order to exit the chapter.
Or otherwise we'll get stuck in a time paradox.
Yeah.
We have to go back, Kate.
That is pretty much the gist. Oh, there are premonitions, and we're going to study one right now to kick things off.
What?
On
I don't
the
wanna.
other side of this board.
What
is this?
So
I
we
see a
have
frog.
we can study this image for a little bit, Make note of it because it could help us throughout our adventure.
If I say I have a photographic memory, can I take a picture of it with my phone?
No. I'm actually not sure if there's a rule that says we can't look at this one again, because there are going to be certain clues, I think, that come up that are called premonitions, and those are pictures, images that we get to keep and review anytime we want to. Are those cameras on the side? No, they're
lockers.
Lockers.
Oh yeah, with the goo.
And then a
Trash in the house.
fountain that's...
Can I pick
No,
this
it's a
up?
pool. It's a saber in the pool.
Can I pick this up?
Yeah, sure.
We can't look at it again because all our stuff's going to be on top.
Yeah.
I just wanted to look to see. So that's a dial, like a
No
like a
one can see
locker
what you're
dial.
looking at.
Well, I couldn't see it. I wanted to see if those were hash marks or not, and I can't see it from here.
Like a giant safe combo thing?
Yeah. And
Oh yeah, that's like a dial like the one that's on the lockers on the sides. And there's like a spider web thing
Yeah,
coming
was that,
off
is that a
the-
butler?
over
What's that
across the
do?
room.
Just got armor on?
Oh wait, it's not a spider web. It's like ropes.
Is it a butler or a maid? Is that a mustache?
I
Is that a
can't
mustache? I'm doing it again. Sorry. I can't quite tell. But I don't know. I don't know what this is. What these are.
I don't
like big like cryo tanks or something.
Yeah.
And like
And there's a froge.
Where's the water coming from? What
It's
is
a
that?
pool.
No, this. Oh, that's not
It's a
water.
pool.
That's a
It's a
sword
sword.
in the middle.
It's a saber.
I thought that was like
the water's going
fountain.
counterclockwise.
So we're in Australia.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Thinking.
Oh, he's a thinker.
And there's goo.
Connects back to this poison
There's
frog.
green goo. Is that an ice cube?
Yeah, slime. It could be an ice cube.
What do we got in that junk pile over there? I see a box. I
A
see
sink.
a gas can.
Gas
keyboard.
can.
Interesting. Interesting.
All right.
All right. Good to know.
So begins our story. Who wants to? It starts on the 3, actually.
Okay.
Who wants to read our first page? All right.
Roll it.
Whoops.
Motherfucker.
Eric wants to read our first page.
I love not making decisions.
I love being dyslexic. The Grounds, Chapter 1. It's a Tuesday morning in late June. You wake up in
It's
a cold
Wednesday
sweat.
Evening in late June.
Are you reading it or am I reading
I'm
it?
sorry. Oh my god, I'm sorry.
The nightmare comes again, or the nightmare came again last night. Even though you're an aspiring detective and psychic investigator, you haven't been able to make sense of the haunting dream you've been having the past few weeks.
Dun dun dun.
There's a sword, there's a locker, who knows what's up. In your dream, you keep seeing the same spooky house. You still...
You're yellow.
Yeah,
What?
you're...
Oh no, that's okay. Sorry.
I can't really read it if it's...
Yeah.
I'm old and I need my eyes.
Would you like me to get some glasses? Will that help?
I mean, if I don't have a prescription, so I don't know that it probably wouldn't.
Have you ever tried readers?
No.
Don't worry about it. Never mind. We'll talk about this later.
You're still shivering under your covers when you hear the phone ring downstairs in your basement. Why is our phone in our basement? Where you have your combination office and research laboratory. That answered that question. Thank you. You dash down to the lab and answer it. I need... A weak voice says as you pick up the receiver. I need help. You hear a loud click and the phone goes dead. But you are prepared. While the caller was talking, you activated your high-speed telephone tracking device. It instantly displayed the caller's number, 555-7259. You called back the number right away.
Fake number.
But there's no answer. After consulting a tall stack of reserved phone books behind your desk, you are disappointed to learn that the number is unlisted.
We just happen to have a reverse phone book.
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
It's called the internet.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
You sense that the phone call is somehow related to your nightmare. Why? Who knows? Later, while at the Hedgebrook police station to return a night scope you borrowed from a recent stakeout, you describe the mysterious phone call and... Continue to read.
Well, there's another page.
Yeah. And your recurring dream to your friend Sergeant Morrison. That call sounds strange, he says. We'll look into it. He lied. And about that house in your dream, the voice said. And about that house in your dream, a voice says from the hallway. I wonder if you're dreaming about the old Martin house out in Hedgebrook Road. Detective Murphy sticks his mustache face in the room. Modern house, ornate gate. That sounds like the Martin place, all right, says Sergeant Morrison. Strange things are reported to be happening out there. Detective Murphy, he takes a puff off his pipe. This place is haunted, he says. I know it sounds unprofessional, but I've had a file on the Martin house for years, and I'm sure of it. He waves a folder in front of your eyes, and the phone number written on the front jumps out at you. It matches the one from your mysterious phone call.
He was just carrying around that folder, just waiting for somebody to come ask about
I've been waiting for someone to ask me about my theories. So the call is related to your nightmare. Your psychic sense was right. Draw clue 26 to discover your goal.
Uh-oh.
It's warm in here.
Back at home, you grab a bottle of water and your trusty pocket knife, preparing for a new investigation. Half an hour later, you stand before the Martin residence, which appears exactly as it did in your nightmare. The house, its futuristic look, is a strange contrast to its antique appearance of stone walls, of the stone wall and the wrought iron gate, which is locked shut and wrapped with a steel chain. Even though the air is balmy, a chill travels down your spine. The gathering clouds on the horizon hint to the brewing summer thunderstorm. In search for the wall on the... we can either search the wall for a way in, or we can climb the gate.
I like that the way that we investigate paranormal crimes is we put our pocket knife in our pocket and grab a bottle of water. That's all we bring with us.
Yep.
Clearly, we've got a lot of experience with the paranormal actually happening.
Yeah, for sure.
So what's our goal?
Our goal is to get inside the Marsden house. Get inside James Marsden's house.
Famed actor from movies where he's opposite of cartoon animal.
Yes.
So, search the wall or climb the gate. I never believe in going in the front door.
So you don't want to climb the gate?
I mean, I do like to climb things, but...
Do a dexterity check. 2. Ooh, it's not good.
You slipped a disc in your back. You're out for a month.
Damn. All right, guys. I'll catch the next one. See you back at the private eye. What are we?
We're like
we're a paranormal detective.
Yeah,
okay.
we're not a cop, but
together,
the
we
cops
are
like
one
us.
paranormal detective.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like
But really, we're just 4 kobolds in a trench coat.
Have you ever played Everyone is John?
No.
Oh, it's great.
John.
It's an RPG where everybody is
Jacob.
Everyone is playing the same. There's one
Jones.
player character named John, and everyone is playing John. But you all have different goals, and anytime John is hurt or bored, he switches to a different player.
Interesting.
What is that?
Everyone
is John. Yeah, never mind. I don't know why I asked. It was very self-explanatory.
Everyone's John.
Jingleheimer? Yeah.
Can be.
Okay.
Interesting.
I vote we climb the gate.
I vote you're silly. And we should do the wall.
What do you guys want to do?
We're climbing the wall?
No, searching the wall.
We search the wall for.
There's got to be a secret like door or some shit.
Yeah. My psychic nightmare would never lead us astray. So
Yeah. Searching the wall?
Search
And
the
there
wall.
might be like a little worm somewhere along the wall.
All right, so
Little
story
worm with a
card
scarf on.
Yeah.
13. Danica, it's your turn to read this one.
I have a cold, but I will.
You don't have to. You can pass.
That was an option? How is it an option now? It wasn't an option when you said, hey, read 6 paragraphs, you dyslexic fuck.
You didn't ask!
Ableism.
You did great, by the way.
Thank you.
Moving along the mossy stone wall that surrounds the property, you come across a jagged opening created by fallen rocks. It's just big enough for you to squeeze through. Once on the other side of the wall, you find yourself standing in a cobblestone plaza surrounded by marble and bronze figures. Most of the sculptures depict men gazing off into the distance as if pondering the deeper meaning of it all. But at the edge of the courtyard is a monumental statue of a man atop a muscular steed. To your right, a stony pathway leads away from the statuary and into a picturesque garden, where topiary bushes have been trimmed into whimsical shapes. If you inspect the statue of the man on the horse, go to story card 4. If you walk towards the topiary bushes, go to story card 15.
I don't know. Topiary
That's-
monsters could be hiding in there. But the statue,
The
we know
statue-
that's a statue. That's not going to come to life and attack us. I know
We
that.
I don't know that.
I know that. There's no possible way that that could possibly happen. It's a nice looking statue, though.
It might tell us a little more about this place.
Yeah, I'm leaning to statue.
Yeah, I'm
Let's check it
curious
out.
as to...
Story card 4 for Dustin.
It's that one, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's for you.
Okay.
What do I do with... Should I just
Just put it on top.
Focus.
Okay.
I've been begging myself to do that for 36 years.
My chat, my eyes are right here, not over here, okay? I'm watching you. The horseman is a dashing, bearded Civil War soldier, his bronze face stoic. He holds out a cavalry saber towards the brooding sky. The sword's edge glints in the weak sunlight that penetrates the thickening clouds above. The sword looks almost new.
It looks like the thing from our nightmare.
The saber.
At the base of the statue is a plaque that proclaims that this as a memorial to Henry Marsden. The plaque reads, Henry Marsden, born 1839, died 1887. General in the Union Army during the Civil War, severely wounded at the Battle of Shiloh in 1862. Appointed warden of Hedgebrook Prison in 1880. To your left is the entrance to a hedge maze. To your right is a graying picket fence with a rickety wooden gate. You can see 2 stone angel statues and beyond them, a cemetery.
Well, that's fucking haunted.
Alright, we got 2 optional challenges. First one, search the monument's base. If we win, we get to draw a clue. Otherwise, we raise danger meter by 1. Or we can climb the statue to examine the saber. If we win, we get to draw clue 2. If we lose, we raise danger meter by 2 and can try again. After challenges, make story choice below. I'm gonna vote get the saber because we saw it in our dream.
Yeah.
Is that the climbing one?
Yeah.
We can do both optional challenges if we wanna.
Well, let's do the one we can try again first, and if we do it good, then we can...
Yeah, we'll do the most dangerous, repeatable one first.
I'm on board with that.
Cool.
Okay, so our danger meter is currently at 3. That means we need to roll a 3 or higher. Who wants to do the honors?
I have shit luck with rolling
Dustin's
a
doing
D6.
it. Yeah, Dustin. You know, it's Dustin's turn. I say Dustin rolls.
Uh-oh.
That's a failure. So our danger meter goes up 2 spots.
Cool. And we try again?
I mean, it's still 3.
It is still 3, and I still think we need that saber.
I do too.
Especially since it's letting us
We can
repeat
discard our bottle of water at any time to lower that meter.
that. By 3?
By 3.
No, don't do that. That's for fighting challenges.
Oh.
We're not fighting, we're climbing.
You're right.
So if it gets too high, I'm saying we
Yeah,
can
then
just
we can, yeah. Yeah. I agree.
immediately use
Just
bottle
roll
of water.
better.
Roll again.
Just
roll better.
That's way better.
Yay!
Yeah.
Clue number 2. Chow.
Oh, the saber. The saber comes loose in your hand. It's heavy and quite sharp. Your psychic sense tells you this is an important item.
I did not need my psychic sense for that.
Keep this item. Move forward 2 spaces on the psychic scale. Finish story card 4.
So we're at 5 on the psychic scale now.
Mm-hmm. And we got a weapon.
And we've got another weapon. Ooh, it's +2 to fighting challenges.
Fuck this knife. I got a sword now.
Yeah.
It's made of rock.
Okay.
Do you want to do that?
Do we want to go looking for clues at the monument's base?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Again, if it's bad, we can just
3.
3, that's good enough. Clue number 18.
beats it.
Meets it, beats it.
50-50.
55.
There you
Bless
go.
Bonus story choice. When you inadvertently press a hidden switch, the statue slides to one side, revealing a cement passage.
A cement passage?
Mm-hmm.
A semen passage.
I'll leave that to your discretion. Place the new story choice below at the bottom of the story card 4. This option may be considered when you are ready to make your story choice.
Oh shit! You unlocked a secret passage.
What's it do?
Basically, at the bottom of the card, we have the
these
We
are our
decide
story
to go
choices.
next. So we can either do that, or now we can go this way instead.
Yeah. So now we have 3 choices instead of 2.
Oh, that's not right. Okay.
There you go.
Better.
So we have the option to enter the hedge maze, visit the cemetery, or if we want to see where the hidden passage leads.
Nah, skip it.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
Yeah, it sounds scary.
Gotta do
I'm
the
kinda
secret
scared.
passage,
No,
right?
it sounds scary. I
It's
don't want
dark.
it. It's dark. I don't like tight spaces.
What do we do the challenge for if we're not going to do this? The
We're
secret?
kidding. Let's do it.
Right?
Yeah.
Danica, you weighing in at all?
Always go for the secret tunnel.
All right.
Secret tunnel.
Story card 28.
Secret
And it's
tunnel.
my turn to read.
Get it, Kyle?
This can now be discarded, and so can this. 28?
Yeah.
28.
28.
That's almost the whole deck of story cards.
There's a little dog yapping.
There is a little dog yapping. That's a bingo.
They do that.
By the way, there is no buff and nerf tonight, guys. This game was too simple.
There is no rule except for do what's on the card.
Yeah,
So
pretty much.
I heard a song once that says there's no rules. You think that's true?
You creep through the darkness
Gotta be.
and find the
For some people.
cement walls end
Up
as
to your
natural
discretion.
stone and earth begin. Occasional vents to the surface let in just barely enough light to see by. Ahead, you glimpse the warm firelight of torches. You come to a fork in the tunnel lit by the dancing flames. One tunnel descends deeper and is half filled with water. You could swim through it, but you can't see where the tunnel leads or how far it goes. Another tunnel looks partially caved in. Tiny clumps of earth periodically fall from the ceiling as you approach this tunnel,
Fuck that.
and several of the supports that hold the walls up have gaping cracks in them. Gaping cracks.
there was a sign right at the
My
beginning
nickname in
that
high
said
school?
"Come on in."
Look at the picture. It's pretty.
Nice.
If you dive into the water-filled tunnel, or we can explore the partially collapsed tunnel.
Yeah, this is literally my nightmare.
Do you want to drown or be buried alive?
Why not both?
Both of these options suck.
I didn't know that I was claustrophobic until I went into a mine shaft that was really small once, and I went, "Oh, I hate this. This is really bad."
Yeah, anytime I'm like in a crawl space situation where I can't turn around.
Hate that.
Yeah.
Hate that. I'm very small, so I
Don't
get
like
sent
it.
into
Don't
places
like
like
it.
that quite
Nope.
often.
Especially if it gets to the point where you have to lay down.
Oh.
No.
Oh,
I'm just
no.
if I can't like move my arms from my side, then I start freaking out.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I don't have enough room to do
Yeah.
this.
And then I'm like, I
need
can never do it again. I'm gonna die.
Snow angels in whatever space I'm in,
Well, hey.
or I'm uncomfortable.
It doesn't say that we can't move around when we go swimming.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's probably big and wide down there. That's what I'm telling myself.
But it's dark. We don't have any light.
That's true.
I don't need no
That's
light.
horrifying.
I
swim around in the dark when I
I'm
don't
personally
know.
far more terrified of the prospect of going swimming where I can't see than the prospect of digging when I can't see.
Yeah, for sure.
If it starts to go, in theory, you could like turn around and run back, right? Like maybe not.
all going down.
There's no way it would collapse so fast that it would trap us.
Sure, yeah. It's not like there's earth actively falling on the tunnel when nothing is happening.
In a place that...
Yeah, there is. It said there was.
Shit!
I vote water.
Yeah, I think the water is probably the safest.
I mean, I'll do what you want to do, but God, that feels awful.
I know, I wanna dig.
That's a mistake.
Do we take it to chat?
Sir Air Dude, help us out!
Let's put a poll in.
Better be a quick poll.
Yeah, quick one.
Truly, I can think of nothing more horrifying.
Water-filled tunnel.
Certainly, yeah.
Partially
a lot of choices that aren't good.
Mostly just two.
Yeah.
Mostly just two choices.
That's
that
plenty
are
of
good.
choices.
Is there time to go back to the creepy cemetery?
Nope.
Cool.
This is the point in the book when you're like, well, I remember what page I was on earlier. I'm just
I was
gonna
gonna
go back.
ask if anybody ever cheated at a Choose
Oh.
Your Own Adventure and been like, nope, never mind.
All the way through. I left a bookmark on the page that I was leaving. And then when I got to the next page, I'd read it all. But if I didn't like it, especially if it was an ending, I went back.
Do you
every
commitment
time.
issues?
I wanted to finish the story without having to start over.
Okay.
Yeah, I already read all that stuff. I gotta read it again.
We got 2 votes for the water-filled tunnel and nothing for partially
I
collapsed.
mean, I guess that's just like save scumming in Baldur's Gate, right?
All right. The water-filled tunnel it is. 22.
I hate this.
I do too.
I hate it.
We got outvoted.
We're gonna drown. We're gonna drown.
22. I guess I'll put that.
We'll
Oh,
sing
I was
Kyle
so
first, but
That's
we're
for
gonna
you.
drown.
That's for you.
Thank you.
What'd you say?
Huh? Well, nothing.
Mustering all the courage you can, you dive into the watery tunnel. There's just enough room in the tunnel above the water for you to lift your head between strokes to take a breath.
Oh. Well, at least there's that.
Eventually, the tunnel drops lower and lower until it's completely submerged underwater.
No, thank you.
You hold your breath, dive down, and look around. After about 30 feet, the tunnel opens up to a bigger body of water.
Oh,
a
easy.
pond or pool with sunlight beaming into it. You pop up for air. Well, I've come this far, you think to... You're ready to chance it. You take a deep breath and you dive back down. You get 10 feet in, 15 feet, 25 feet in. Just as you're about to exit the underwater tunnel, something tugs on your leg. You can't tell if it's an animal or if you've been caught by an underwater vine.
Oh no!
Required challenge. If we
It's
win,
a fight.
Yeah. So.
I will remind you.
If we lose
if
it,
we roll a 1, we lose the item.
Yeah, use that one then.
Yeah. Use our pocket knife to stab at whatever this is. We gotta get it. So we have to get a 2 or higher with the knife?
Yeah. Because we're still on a 3.
There's a 6.
Hey, hell yeah.
All right. Clue number 20.
Hate that. Hate that. Ucky toes. Don't like it.
Clue number 20. The thing, whatever it is, wraps more tightly around your leg. It's pulling you down. Another tendril, or tentacle, slides around your neck. You try to pry it off, and with the last of your strength, you give a powerful kick, and you're free. Just like that, the thing is gone. You emerge from the swimming pool with a lush pool house next to it. Lower the danger meter by 2! And then
Nice!
Go to story card 23.
In a swimming pool.
Yeah.
That's relevant. We're on the right track, guys.
Yeah, it's a swimming pool. There's a saber in the swimming pool.
23?
Yep.
Sweet.
Blah,
Ah.
blah, blah.
Ah!
I got it. There we go. It's obvious that nobody has cleaned the pool in ages. The water is a murky green, and the surface is littered with leaves and branches. Ripples pulse outward from the center of the pool. Out of nowhere, you hear a commotion. You look around and wonder if it's coming from inside the pool house nearby. Then you see movement on top of a gazebo in the distance. Someone, or something, is engaged in a struggle up there. Maybe they need your help. And again, if you offer assistance, you might end up needing help yourself. Optional challenge: investigate the ripples in the pool. If we win, we can lower the danger meter by 2 and draw clue number 8. We can't lower the danger meter, it's as low as it can go. If we lose, we raise it by 2 and we may try again.
So, I'm curious what this fucking monster that tried to kill us was. We'll get a clue about that.
Nope.
That's probably what it was. That's what we're doing, right?
Maybe?
I'm indifferent to this challenge.
Because our
Like, we
danger
don't-
meter's so low.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't really. I mean, we get another clue, but
Which could be good, but... What are our story choices after this?
if we go to the pool house, we go to card 11. If we go straight to the action at the gazebo, we go to 9. If we take time to investigate these ripples, then whoever's calling for help, I mean, that would take time.
Thankfully, I don't think that has any bearing on the game. It's like in Baldur's Gate when they're like, hurry, we have to save everyone. You're like, hold on, I'm going to take a long rest first.
Well, but it's possible that we could get a clue that says, ignore your story choices, go to this card instead.
I feel like we have to help the person who's calling for help.
I'm game to go check out the person calling for help.
Yeah. I agree.
All right, we're going to go straight to the action at the gazebo.
All right.
And it's Dustin's turn to read a card.
Ha
What? Ah! I'm so close. Here you go.
Yep. You sprint to the gazebo, practically pushed along by the winds that are picking up. A light sprinkling of rain spatters the ground as you run. You make it to the shelter of the structure, and the mayhem occurring above you on the roof increases in intensity. Who is up there? And what are they doing, you wonder? You notice a driveway about 20 feet away. Premonition. You are on level 2. If you are on level 2 or higher on the psychic scale.
Oh no!
We're one notch away.
Damn.
Should have investigated some bubbles.
Damn it.
Draw clue number 27. We don't do that. Okay, so if you climb, so we just picked it.
What are our picks?
So we can climb. If you climb to the top of the gazebo, go to story card 10. If you run to the driveway, go to story card 30.
Wait, come over here to help this person.
Yeah.
Are they on the gazebo?
Mm-hmm.
I said we fucking go stab some people.
Yeah. We got
Which option is stab some people?
we got 2 knives and a dream.
Yeah, right? he gets it.
And a bottle of water.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta stay hydrated.
Yeah.
Killing
Stab
folks
first,
is
ask
thirsty
questions
work.
later.
Yeah, let's go to the top of the gazebo.
Let's do it.
What's that? Card 10?
You do it.
You do it.
All right. You stand on the gazebo's railings. You might be able to grab a piece zooming by.
Somebody was yelling for help.
No, they weren't.
This is a required challenge.
Maybe they were.
We must attempt to grab a piece of the satellite dish, and this is a climbing challenge. Ugh.
Saber.
Stab it. Stab as it goes by.
All right, I gotta roll a 3 or higher
You better
here.
roll fucking good.
Hey, that's a 4 right behind
Nobody
Dustin's head.
can see it. There we go.
Right behind Dustin's head.
Move, Dustin.
Draw clue 22.
Could be worse.
Could be raining.
It is raining.
Oh yeah. You hold on
Hold on.
to the top of the gazebo with one hand and time your lunge perfectly. You snag a chunk of the whirling satellite dish. The piece appears to be made by hand. What the fuck? An engraving on it reads, Planet of Crystals. Draw clue 7. What the fuck?
I'm so fucking
Who made a satellite dish by hand?
And how
The
can you
Planet of
tell?
Crystals.
How can you tell?
Planet
Right.
of
I got it on
Crystals.
Etsy.
Clue 7.
That doesn't mean made by hand anymore. That usually just means seller,
Yeah.
other Amazon market.
Yeah, drop shipping. It's like going to a Ren fair.
We got a satellite dish.
Look at all this stuff from Amazon.
Uh-huh.
Your psychic senses tell you this is an important item. You look to your left and see a path to a driveway that might be the front of the house. You jump off the gazebo and run to check it out. Keep this item, move forward 1 space on the psychic scale. Now we're level 2.
Motherfucker.
Go to story card 30.
Yeah.
Anyway, we got a satellite dish.
Hell
What
yeah.
the fuck?
Hmm.
Yeah, I guess it does kind of look.
Chapter 1 goal achieved.
What?
Janky.
Holy shit!
What? We beat chapter 1?
Mm-hmm.
That's fast.
That was fast and easy.
Holy crap, we're good.
It says right there.
What's it say?
You appear in the driveway, which leads you to the mansion's entrance. On the door is a plaque that reads Marsden in a large crystal door knocker, which seems newer than anything else on the front of the building. You knock loudly many times, but there is no answer. The storm is really picking up. You try the doorknob and are surprised to find that the door is unlocked.
Who does that?
Just let yourself in.
Yep. You've been lucky enough so far, but you wonder if you're missing something. Before you enter their house, you look back. You can see a few clear paths. One leads to a statuary, the other to a small cemetery. The 2 paths which stretch out towards the watery ditch with the gate, and the house's luxurious pool. You could go back and explore if you want. Great. Story return. If there are there's an item in this chapter that will be useful later in the story. You can risk it and go back if you miss something. So we can either head back to the statuary. We can which maybe we did. I don't know. Then we can go to the cemetery. We can head to the ditch, which require. All of these require raising the danger meter though. If we do it.
Well, the range is as
yeah.
low as it can go.
Yeah. If we head back, if we choose any of these options, we raise the danger meter and then read those cards. Otherwise, we advance to chapter 2.
I feel like we got 2 story items.
We did get 2.
But there
It
are
sounds
more...
like there are 2 others to me. We have the one from the pool.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was the gazebo thing, the satellite
Yeah.
dish. And then we have the saber, which I think came from the statuary.
Probably, yeah.
Well, creepy cemetery it is.
Yep, we can do the creepy
Cemetery or the ditch. Or we can move on to chapter 2.
No, we got so much danger
All right.
to fuck with.
Let's go to the cemetery. So it's raise the danger meter 2 and then read story card 21.
All right, we have to make our way back to this exit. So this goes on the discard pile.
Ah! I hate this. I hate this part. Passing between a pair of stone angels, you enter an old family cemetery. There is a marble mausoleum in the center of the cemetery. A short set of stairs leads into its shadowy interior. Next to where you stand, a freshly dug grave yawns in the pale sunlight. Sunlight? It's rain! It's unsettling to think of climbing into it, but you see something shiny embedded in the dirt walls. If you enter the mausoleum, go to story card 5. If you climb into the open grave, go to story card 16.
Why would we climb into an open grave?
There's something shiny in there!
Oh, we gotta get this shiny thing.
Get the shiny.
That's
We're
probably the story
pros.
item.
We got crow brain.
There's no way that there's nothing useful in there. There's no way that it's a misdirect. It has to be something really
Absolutely. Story
Great.
card 16 for Dustin.
My gosh, you did that first try. You wizard.
Without warning, the earthen walls begin to collapse around you.
Oh, fuck.
And before you can react, you are up to your waist in dirt. You writhe and twist, trying to escape, but it only causes more soil to cascade down.
Quick, use the saber! Stab the dirt!
It's like quicksand. Stop moving!
Soon it's up to your shoulders, then your neck, then your cheeks. You struggle to spit the soil out. You struggle to spit the soil out as it fills your mouth, but within moments you are fully buried. You can only see the dark earth in front of your eyes. Your hand closes around a metal disc. Perhaps a coin? You'll never know, though. As the soil fills your lungs and the world wavers and goes gray before finally turning black.
Oops!
The end.
The end! Move back one space on the psychic
Ah,
scale
fuck!
and return to the previous card.
Okay, well, previous card was the one that we chose to go digging. And
So
instead we're going
mausoleum
to
instead.
mausoleum. It's
This is
story card
5?
5.
Oh, the shiny goddess.
That went well. Yeah, exactly. Skip
Oops.
through.
Remember how we made it through this chapter so fast with no problems?
Yeah. And now
And we were worried about being buried alive.
His whole leg's gonna be like...
Yeah, we went swimming instead of... Yeah. The mausoleum interior feels musty and cool. Something is dripping from the ceiling and landing in the corner with a plink, which is odd, given that it hasn't started raining yet.
I'm so confused about the weather.
Me too. You also notice the mausoleum is bigger on the inside than the outside suggested. Oh my god, it's a TARDIS.
Oh my gosh.
TARDIS Mausoleum.
A stone sarcophagus lies before you in the center of the chamber with the word Marsden carved into it. It appears that others have been in the mausoleum recently. There's a freshly dug pit to the side of the sarcophagus, and an elaborate tunnel has been dug into the ground beside the nearby wall. You can see that the tunnel is lined with semen. Cement.
Oh, okay.
Cement.
Up to your discretion, chat.
Optional challenge. We can search around the sarcophagus. If we succeed, we'll get a clue. If we fail, the danger meter goes up by 1, but we can try again.
Oh, yeah.
That's a perception challenge. And then we have a strength challenge.
Yeah.
Remove the stone lid of the sarcophagus. That's a different clue. And failing means we raise the danger meter by 2. We can't try that one a second time. After we do optional challenges, we make a story choice where we either climb into the pit or travel through the tunnel.
Now, the last time we climbed into a pit, it worked out great.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think
Well,
let's
take a little peek-see
Yeah.
first, just around.
Just look around the sarcophagus.
So we can do that again. We got that bottle of water. in
Yeah.
case we need to-
I agree. Let's do it. 3 or better. Here we go. That's not 3 or better.
That's 2, Kyle.
4
now
or
it's
better.
got to be 4 or better.
We can
Let's
use
drink
our-
our water and get
Yeah.
that back down to 3.
It goes here.
Yeah.
Start over.
Yeah, buddy. Hey! 23.
This music is
epic.
It knows.
And then it stopped.
And then it stopped.
Yeah.
Just like that.
We found a large wooden dowel.
Oh, thank God.
Your psychic senses tell you this is an important item!
Oh, and that's going to help us in the next challenge.
Keep this item, move forward 1 space on the psychic scale!
Yay!
And finish story card 5. Yeah, this gives us a +2 to strength challenges. So we could put this on. Now, if I roll a 1, we fucked.
Don't
we
roll
lose
a 1.
this. Do we want to try
Well, yeah.
You just can't roll
this
a
thing?
1. That's
And
all.
it's only raises once, so we can try without. Well, I guess we can't.
No, this
This one
raises,
raises 2.
2.
Which will still leave us at 3, though,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
But if I use it, if I roll anything other than a 1, it's an automatic succeed.
Okay. Whatever. Your choice.
I mean, I still don't love those odds,
I know,
but.
if I roll a 1, we lose an important item. Right? That's what it says? I'm not imagining that.
Yes?
Life is worth living.
If you roll a 1 on any challenge, you lose automatically, even when using a challenge booster. If you roll a 1 while using a challenge booster, it is discarded from the game.
It's just a stick. How important could it be?
Yeah, how important could this wooden dowel be?
We can make a new one. We got a pocket knife.
God, I hope I don't roll
Just
a 1.
don't fuck it up.
You just don't roll a 1.
Thinking
I don't
about it
understand what
wrong.
the problem
You have to visualize victory.
Visualizing, I'm rolling a 6.
Right.
I don't need that, but it's better than... I want a 6. I want a 6. Roll a 6. That's good enough. Halfway between the 2 results I was thinking about.
You weren't supposed to be thinking about the other one. That's your problem.
I wasn't thinking about it at all. Shh. Don't tell Danica.
Oh, don't worry. I won't.
Clue number 16. A bonus story choice. Bum, 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 bum. It takes some muscle, but you manage to remove the lid and are surprised to find that not only is there no body, but an opening to a secret passageway offers yet another way out of the mausoleum. Place this new story choice below at the bottom of story card 5. This option may be considered when you're ready to make your story choice.
There are so many passages already.
Yeah, there's a lot of secret tunnels in this place.
We can climb into the pit next to the sarcophagus.
What that?
We could go through the tunnel that somebody made.
That's got cement in it.
Or we can take this new secret passageway that's inside the sarcophagus.
Secret tunnel.
I mean,
We've already decided all secret tunnel all the time,
I
right?
think so.
Like,
It wouldn't make it secret if it wasn't important. Like
This says to draw a clue, so it's not the end of my turn yet. 24.
maybe other people want to have a go, Kyle.
Yeah, geez, Kyle.
Card.
I want to read a bunch of text on a small card.
You travel through the tunnel for what feels like forever. The light disappears and the tunnel eventually ends. You feel frightened and trapped. You want to run back and try the other routes out of the mausoleum. Before you go, you feel around in the dark. There's nothing in front of you or to your sides, but you discover a mossy hatch in the tunnel ceiling. You turn the handle, and the hatch opens onto a grassy patch at the entrance to a hedge maze. Go to story card 12.
hell yeah.
12?
We go in the back entrance.
Did we already do 12?
No.
No, we decided to.
We skipped all that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chapter 1. The hedge maze is massive. Its thick hedge walls are twice as tall as you, but don't seem stable enough to climb. So you'll have to solve the labyrinth the old-fashioned way. You take a deep breath, steady your nerves, and head through the maze. The way to solve a maze, you put your hand on the left wall and you never take it off.
Or the right wall.
Either way. Either wall. All right.
It's not the fastest way, but it'll always get you through.
Yeah.
We've got ourselves a little
walk.
A little thing. We can either go left or right.
Well, you go left and you keep going left.
Okay.
We just keep going left?
I say we chop through with our sword.
Oh.
That was not an option presented to us.
Left?
Left.
All right. Read clue.
Always left. Always left. Always left.
Except when right.
Always left.
You turn to follow the path deeper into the maze. You feel like you're going in the right direction. Left or right?
Left.
Always left. Always left. Always left.
11. Split. 11. You keep going and going. It seems like you're walking in a circle. Raise the danger meter by 2, and then read card 12. So left.
Okay, so left was not correct.
Always left.
We're gonna die in this maze.
I mean, we're already buried alive.
I've already died once today.
You feel like you're getting close to the end of the maze.
Always left.
Left.
Left. Left. Always left.
To the left, to the
Did
left.
we raise the danger meter?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
Finally, you see it. The end of the maze. Go to
Yay!
story card 18.
Woohoo!
Hell yeah.
Always
Always left.
Witch! She's a witch, I say! She opens to the right card every time!
Except for all those times that I fucked it up.
Except for the times that I'm ignoring for this because I don't fit in the narrative.
You finally come to the edge of the hedge maze. End of the hedge maze. Words are hard. It exits towards a pool. It exits towards a pool house. A short stone pedestal stands in front of you with a metal lockbox on top. Perhaps someone wants to reward you for navigating that accursed maze, though the whole thing does seem suspicious. Looking toward the pool house, you see its doors barely hanging from its hinges. There's also a gate that leads, you assume, directly to the pool. We didn't check out the pool house last time, so...
Yeah, did we not?
No, into the gazebo
Oh, that's
instead.
right.
Yeah.
Alright. Optional free action! To see if lockbox is open, draw clue number 3. Yeah, sure.
Yeah?
It's not, you fucking idiot.
Why would you think that it was?
It's a mimic. It eats you.
You die!
Damn.
Congratulations, dumbass.
Tricky! Not only is the lockbox open, but inside you find a key to a truck. Your psychic senses tell you this is an important item.
Important item!
Yay! Keep this item, move forward 2 spaces on the psychic scale.
Ooh.
Finish story card 18. If you explore the pool house, go to story card 11. If you walk through the gate to check out the pool, go to story card 23.
Should we go to the pool house?
Yeah. Let's go.
Are we assuming there are more items around? Or do we think we have everything that we need?
We gotta get back to the house
Somehow we
though.
gotta get back to the house, so...
Right, so if we go back to the pool, though, we've already done that. So that would take us back to the house, right?
I don't know.
How does it work if you pull one that...
Let me read stuff about story returns again. If you choose to go back in the story, 2 rules apply. Cards you have already seen cannot be added to your inventory again and cannot lower the danger meter or move you forward on the psychic scale. You must make it back to the story card with your chapter goal in order to continue to the next chapter.
Okay,
So we could
gotta
still
find
go
it.
back to the same story cards. We just don't get affected by anything that messes with our meters on stuff that's already in the discard pile.
Right, so effectively, if we wanted to go back to the door and continue on with the
Choose
chapter.
the pool and then see where that leads and choose the next thing.
Yeah.
So do we do that or do we do the pool house? This music
Jesus.
is...
Too much.
It's on point. I don't know what you're talking about. This is a crucial decision in the House of Danger.
The music is making me think it's gotta be pool house, right?
I think so.
Let's do the pool house.
Okay, that's 11.
For Dustin.
Which?
It's gonna get easier and easier as this gets smaller.
You can tell that the pool house was once quite luxurious. It contains half a dozen private rooms and showers.
Jesus Christ!
As well as an ornate mahogany bar in the common area.
Oh, I didn't realize this was a mansion of danger.
It must have been fun to hang out in this place in its glory days. Those thoughts fade as the sounds of disturbance erupt from the top of a gazebo in the distance. And now you can hear a lone violin playing a soothing melody.
Okay.
If you investigate the gazebo, go to story card 9. If you follow the sound of the violin, go to story card 17.
Well, we know what happens if we go to the gazebo, because we've already done that.
Yeah, but if we go the other way, we might be murdered or something.
That's true.
Press your luck, or no. Who could murder us? We have a stone sword.
Yeah, we'll fight him.
I think the sword is metal, though. I think it's a real sword.
I think it is too.
It is quite sharp, it says, so it must be.
Yeah, it's a real metal sword.
We could improve our psychic scale.
That's true.
Yeah.
There could be something there.
Fuck it.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Story card 17.
17.
His way's not as cool as my way.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Oh, God. What have I done? Okay. You move further and further toward the hypnotic sound of the distant violin, which is oddly calming and uplifting, even as the winds increase around you. You notice there is a driveway up in the distance, but before you get there, you arrive at a horse stable with an open gate. Inside, sitting on a stool, is the source of the violin music.
A horse.
A chimpanzee playing his heart out, a soulful expression on his face. The chimp is fully committed to the music. You have never heard such an emotional performance. It's beautiful.
Oh, God.
I'm scared. Oh my god.
If you leave the stable and run to the driveway, go to story card 30. If you tiptoe through the gate to experience the full power of the performance, go to story card 24.
Okay, I'll just get 24. Right
Look,
now.
I love the chimp.
Yeah.
I do love the chimp.
I don't want to
This has all the hallmarks of being lured to our deaths.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. The full power of the performance. We're going to get some sort of buff. We're going to be like...
We're going to interrupt that chimp, and he's going to murder us for interrupting his song.
No, we're tiptoeing, though. If we run, we're going to interrupt him, and he's going to be like, you bitches.
He's going to chase us.
I was violining here.
Yeah.
If we tiptoe and enjoy it,
I'm
we'll be on
afraid
his
of getting
good side.
violated here.
That's
I
what
would
I'm
like
saying.
to leave.
He's just
That's
going to rip
what
your
you run-
face off.
You never run away from predators.
That's largely true. I don't know if a chimpanzee counts as a predator.
If they can play the violin, they do.
Yeah. Anyone who plays the violin is a predator.
You heard it here first.
Jesus.
I hope none of you play the violin. You're all probably very nice people.
I
don't want to go anywhere near that chimp. I would rather get in the truck and leave.
I think if we go to the driveway, we get out of here with all of our shit. The only thing more dangerous than a chimpanzee is a pretentious violinist chimpanzee.
I think, like, if you come upon a performing chimpanzee, you quietly come back the way you came and you let them alone.
Well, this isn't quiet. This is running.
This is run to the driveway, or well, it's leave the
Tiptoe.
stable and then run to the driveway, or tiptoe through the gate to experience the full power of the performance.
I want to see this chimp.
I don't want to get closer to the chimp.
I think we're 50-50 and we gotta put it to a poll.
Yeah. Chat, how do you feel about chimpanzees?
Today we've learned you cannot play this game with an even number of people. You must play with an odd number of people.
Certainly helps.
Not happening.
If only we had some sort of way to randomly determine.
Right.
Unfortunately, such a way does not exist.
Starting a poll. Do we run to the driveway or get closer to the chimp?
I don't want to get my face ripped off. I don't want the violin bow to go somewhere
I think
violin
we're
bow
getting
is not
outvoted
supposed,
again, Danica.
supposed to go. This is so upsetting. You're gonna get me dead.
Always chimp. Always chimp.
Never chimp.
I've said
Never
that
chimp.
all my life. I've said that.
He has.
Yeah.
I follow his blog.
Everyone's like, that doesn't make any. I don't understand what that means. And I was like,
We're gonna lose all
He
my
said
bullshit.
in time, you'll get it, and I get it.
yeah.
Glad I fucking subscribed.
It's a split vote. But
Barely. Barely.
But-
Can I vote?
No.
You already did.
At least my vote counts at this table.
Your vote does count at this table.
Well,
okay,
then.
we're getting closer to the chimp.
That sucks for us.
That's
Let's
story card
go.
24.
Heck. Oh. You're dead. No.
Chip ripped your face off.
You tiptoe through the open gate, eager to hear the final of the chimp's violin piece. Quietly. With your third step, you trigger a motion sensor light that completely illuminates the interior of the building. Apparently, this was no stable. It was a kennel. 20 Doberman Pinschers were peacefully enjoying the concert, but now they're glaring at you with anger in their eyes.
Shit!
The chip frowns and points his violin bow towards
Oh,
you.
no. Oh my God.
The Dobermans respond and rush to attack you, and then eat you alive. The last thing you see is a chimpanzee violinist laughing at your fate. So embarrassing.
What did you think was gonna happen?
We don't interrupt the
It was
concert.
so
and we
obvious.
find him.
And look at this is on the this is this. This is this.
Move back one space on the psychic.
God damn it!
And then return to story card 17.
I'm so angry.
So the other choice was
30, which
It's the last one.
Yeah, it's the
which the one we already did.
we already have 30.
Who built this stupid fucking house?
Yeah. I was wondering because those angry dogs are on the cover, and I'm like, we haven't run into any angry dogs. Turns out they're listening to a chimp concert. That makes sense.
You know, as one does.
This is one of the things that I love about Choose Your Own Adventures is that it doesn't matter what the story is. It's whatever you want it to be at any moment. Sometimes it's a tentacle monster. Sometimes it's a chimp playing the violin. Sometimes it's a handmade satellite dish.
All right, we found our exit.
Yep.
Again.
Woo! Yep.
That story was worth dying for.
Do you?
I do.
I disagree.
We only lost one notch on the psychic.
Yeah.
If there's nothing you're willing to die for, what are you living
Exactly.
I like how
Very deep.
our first trip through this chapter
Had no issues.
flawless. Our second trip through the chapter, we died twice.
Yeah. Can't help but fuck with shit.
There's
Can't
some
help
extra items, so that's cool. That's cool.
So, is there anything we didn't do that we want to go back for?
No,
not really.
it. No, I think we've.
We've well and truly finished chapter 1.
Yeah.
Do we want to move on to chapter 2?
Might as well.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. So we keep all of our items. We maintain our psychic scale and danger meter where they're at. Let's set aside all of our chapter 1 cards.
You guys sure?
No, keep those.
Oh.
We keep all of our items. We set aside chapter 1 story cards and clue cards.
I will say there's still a chunk of cards we didn't get to.
Yeah, there's a dozen more interesting ways we could have died.
Yeah, all the bad ways.
All of that. This
As if
isn't
the
a
ones
bad
we
way?
did weren't bad.
We got killed by a fucking pack of dogs and a chimpanzee violinist. I think we picked the good ways.
We also got buried alive.
Yeah, that was a bad one.
Yeah, that one was.
But we almost found a nickel while doing it.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
I kind of want an alcohol.
Okay.
What would you like?
You want a White Claw? They're warm.
No thanks. I want a beer, but
Can you
I don't
toss it in
know
the
if I
microwave
should
for a few
do
minutes?
that. As I'm on cold medicine.
It is a metal can.
No,
so sure.
I want a beer.
Just a hot beer.
Danica wants a beer.
Thank you. Sometimes you have to take the thing you know it's going to kill you, just because you have to know what happens. Curiosity killed the cat.
The chimpanzee violinist was pretty stellar.
I don't think I've ever so obviously walked into something that was destined to kill me. What good thing could have come from that? There was no good outcome. We already heard the music.
We could have enjoyed a wonderful concert from a chimpanzee violinist.
We heard that from the other side of the pool house.
Yeah, that's true.
It was just too compelling. What were we supposed to do? He's putting its soul out.
I don't understand. I'll never understand.
It was a mistake. And I was with you.
I disagree. I think it's the best thing that has ever happened to me.
Danica and I and one other person
Have an
voted
ounce of
against
self-restraint.
You want a cider or this tea lager.
The tea lager sucks, but I'll drink it because it's cold.
She doesn't want
the pineapple.
She doesn't want the pineapple
It's
cider.
too sweet.
Oh.
I don't like Ace.
I think it's Danica's turn.
It is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Then there you go.
Can you open this for me?
Yeah.
I don't have fingernails anymore.
Baby Jasmine tea lager.
It had tea in it, so I had to try it, but it's really not good.
Ooh, spoopy. Spoopy sounds.
I don't like the laughing.
Here you go.
Probably come through.
No.
No, thank you.
Because Remus is in here.
It's worse than I remembered. Ooh, that's not good. Wow, that is not good. Do you want to try this and see how not good it is?
I will, but I don't want to.
That is not good.
That's like
I don't.
the worst parts of tea and alcohol mixed together.
Yeah, it's like weak sun tea.
Yeah.
But like sweet, but I don't know, man.
Not a
it's
fan.
really not good.
Not a fan.
I actually probably should have just had the warm White Claw. That is awful. Okay. The mansion, chapter 2. You made it. You're inside the Marsden house, the cursed edifice that has been haunting your nightmares for weeks. Your trek through the mansion's grounds have left you with far more questions than answers, to the point where you have to wonder if the smart move would be to turn around right now and forget you ever came to this infernal place. You're no quitter, though. You're an aspiring detective and psychic investigator. You won't give up this case until you find out why a spooky futuristic mansion you'd never seen before has somehow found its way into your dreams, and why you got a call from the house this morning.
The year is 1982. It's a futuristic house.
They have
In the
satellite
future,
dish.
we'll have satellites and chimpanzees will play music.
You're standing in a grand foyer. Its modern decor is elegant in its minimalism. Minimalism, that is so hard to say if you have a cold. Suddenly, a man in a delivery uniform bursts through a set of tall double doors, screaming, "Help! Help! They're after me!" the man cries. He rushes towards you, and suddenly drops to the ground as if he had been hit by an invisible hammer. You dash to his side and hear his breath coming in short gasps that sound almost like sobs. He gives a terrible shriek and lies still. This man has been frightened to death, you think. Oh, it sure keeps going. Wow, this one's longer than yours. Just then, he inhales sharply.
That's what she said.
Jumps to his feet and bolts past you and out of the house. You breathe a deep sigh of relief. So, not quite to death. Something falls from his clothing as he makes his exit, and it hits the floor, tinkling. You kneel down to inspect the object and discover that it's a small dart, the kind that might have come from a blowgun. Whatever this man was afraid of, his fear seems to have been justified. Just how dangerous is this house? As your thoughts swirl, a loud, buzzing noise erupts from somewhere beneath your feet, shaking the floor. The noise is so loud it drowns out the gathering storm outside. It's already rain! Anyway, just as quickly as it came, the noise stops. It sure sounds like something weird is happening beneath the manor, maybe on top of all of those tunnels we've been exploring. You're willing to bet that, whatever is happening in this place, the answers await you down there.
I don't know. Maybe having 12 separate tunnels underneath this property is really causing it to shake a little,
causing problems
Did you ever, when you did
structural integrity of the house.
Did you ever try to draw where you were going on a piece of paper, like to map it out? It's a mess. It's such a fucking mess. They just go. Anyway. Draw clue number 57 to discover your goal. You don't see any way to a lower level from the foyer. Rather, a sweeping stairway leads upstairs, while the double doors the frightened man ran through head off to your right, and a smaller door, slightly ajar, leads in the opposite direction. If you take the stairs to the second floor, go to story card 39. If you go through the double doors, go to story card 51. If you walk through the smaller door, go to story card 42.
So many options.
So we're trying to find access to the basement. That's our chapter 2 goal.
So clearly we can't go up. Unless there's like a slide somewhere, or like a laundry chute.
What if there's a collapsed room on the
or the elevator that'll go to the basement if you
the
roll
mystic
one and
elevator.
two.
Yeah.
It's been so long since we played Betrayal.
Yeah, I don't know. take the stairs upstairs, or we go.
The meaning of life is 42. Let's go through the smaller door.
I'm game. Small door.
Douglas Adams has yet to steer me wrong.
Small door.
42.
Small door.
I hope you are so wrong. I hope you are so wrong, Skin Zero.
The chimpanzee's dressing room.
I want nothing more than for you to be incorrect.
Wigs. You see a number of wigs and outfits. In it, a chimpanzee puts on makeup. He screams and pulls out a revolver. Dodge left or right?
Always left!
Always left, you scream, diving to the left.
You're shot in the heart.
Oh, I wish.
And
this
you're
was
to
that part
blame.
now. That was too good.
We could write our own choose your own adventure game. Why haven't we done that yet? Who is the time?
Okay. You enter a parlor, which is decorated in a more old-fashioned way than what you've seen of the house so far. Rich cherry wood paneling covers the walls, and dozens of exotic animal heads are mounted there.
Are there any chimpanzees?
You can't.
Most dangerous animal. Man.
Some Marsden ancestor was quite fond of hunting, or, at the very least, taxidermy. Each of the trophies features the same expression, fangs bared and savage eyes that make the animal look ready to leap from the wall and pounce on you.
Nope, don't like it. Don't like it.
The effect is quite unsettling, but you almost also sense that they might be hiding something. There are two ways out of here, an open passage that leads into an adjacent library brimming with books, and a tightly spiraled iron staircase going up.
Stop moving shit.
I'm not.
Oh, it's haunted.
Yeah, I keep telling it to go back to this fucking angle and it keeps changing.
What if we go back to the... Is it... Nope.
We gotta keep them... We gotta
What
keep
the
chat.
fuck is that angle?
That's his seat.
Oh,
Welcome back, chat. Welcome back.
Oh, it's
To the good
it was
shot.
this.
The
I
fuck?
was like, why don't you go to that? There. God damn it.
Welcome back, chat.
What do you got, Dustin?
All right, so we got optional challenge. Search the animal heads. If we win, we get to draw clue 31. If we lose, we draw clue 41. After challenge, make storage choice below.
Motherfucker, I'm not
Let's
touching
check
shit.
them.
It's like, those two options have stars on them. I think they automatically. I think there's whatever the
There's
automatic.
not
thing.
supposed to be an angle cycle happening.
Well, there is.
There is
all
something.
moving.
Something is
Something's fucking
happening.
I'm watching it do it. I'm watching it change.
So,
Search the animal heads?
Sure.
well, okay. Hold up a minute. They look like they could be alive.
What are the chances?
You know one of them is alive.
Only if we lose.
Yeah, if we win, they're all dead.
That's how it works.
Sure of
It
it.
must do. It must do.
I hate it here.
I vote we go for it.
Motherfucker!
Let's go.
1!
Oh, fuck. That's an auto fail.
We failed.
Yeah. Read strike
All right.
card. What-
Huzzah!
Draw clue 41.
No buffs and nerfs tonight, Poo Pool Cafe. This game is too simple.
It just keeps on moving.
I noticed.
Okay. Well, what if we just try to leave it just keep it at the wide shot as much as possible? So,
I was trying to do
no,
that.
I mean, so like if every time it goes into that one, we just widen it back out, which is a lot less disorienting than it continuing the cycle. So
Sure.
the next thing it'll do is just zoom in, which is not nearly as bad. Anyway,
Unless it chooses to go to the other shot.
I could do.
What do you got, Dustin?
Seeing something reflective inside the open mouth of a cheetah head mounted on the
Motherfucker!
wall, you reach your hand inside and clumsily bump its canine teeth, causing its jaws to clamp down on your hand.
I knew it.
You okay, bud? You need a drink?
Overcome by searing pain, you struggle to pull it out and succeed in escaping with all your fingers. Barely.
Raise the danger meter by 4?
Holy
4.
shit!
Finish story card 42.
I'm sorry. Now we have to roll a 5 or a 6.
And we don't have our bottle of water anymore.
Shit got real.
Why did you two specifically choose to do that?
Yeah, that's a weird option.
Against my better judgment.
All right, so do we want to go to the library or climb the staircase?
Books never hurt anyone.
I'm voting library for no particular reason.
Sure.
All right, let's go to the library. Story card 45.
Oh boy.
Oh!
A witch! Dustin's a witch!
He's a witch.
Okay. I think this might be the problem. If I do that, does that no? Set value off. Maybe that'll fix that. I don't know. Doesn't look like it. Oh, you're pushing buttons. Okay. Did anybody push that one?
No.
No.
God damn it.
Let's give everybody the chance to
Yeah,
move
it's
the
a
camera
great idea,
angles.
Kyle. That won't cause any problems at all. What the fuck is happening?
It likes
Chat.
it likes these two shots, and it always wants to go back to them.
I'm gonna restart.
You thought you came here to watch us play a board game, but really, this was an intervention to talk to you about the dangers of digital duct tape.
Most of the books
Why?
lining the
Why?
walls of the room appear to be first editions of well-known classics.
Did you disconnect all of
I
us?
just restarted Touch Portal. To help reach the tallest shelves, Danica, your seat 1, Dustin, your seat 2, Eric, your seat 4.
What is that? What?
The page that just loaded up.
Oh.
Yeah.
What page that just loaded up?
Hit the refresh button.
Wait up, seat
What
2?
refresh button?
Yeah.
Nice.
What?
It just says disconnected. It doesn't say anything
Oh,
else.
then clear the
fix
disconnect
it.
message.
I got this. Nope, it's broke.
Well, hi, Moose.
Oh, God damn it.
Hers didn't have a button like mine.
Yeah, there. Fixed it. Okay. Most of the books lining the walls of the room appear to be first editions of well-known classics. To help reach the tallest shelves, there's a wheeled ladder that can slide across the room. A silver door is on one wall. One book, Introduction to Psychic Dreams, Visions, and Limericks, catches your eye, and you wheel the ladder over, climb up, and grab it.
The inclusion of the word limericks has caught my attention.
Yeah, that's a weird thing to include with psychic visions. As soon as you pull the book from the shelf, a catch releases and a hidden door opens on the other side of the room. What? Premonition! If you are level 2 or higher on the psychic scale, which we are, draw a clue.
Are you
42.
Yeah, I'm all
Oh right, I restart. Yeah, that's the correct thing.
Yay!
Clue 42.
Clue 42!
Hut, hike. Oh, we got a premonition.
Ooh.
It's a piece of picture.
It's a piece of... It's a...
Which way's up?
What is it? What's it for?
What?
It's a premonition.
I don't get it. Is it a handcuff?
I don't know.
Is it that
Is it a
pile
shoe?
of trash? Like...
Yeah, is it a piece of the portrait on the other side of the board?
Because it's kind of got some of the same colors.
Yeah.
Could be.
It's underwater, it looks like.
Could be a different thing.
Could be a different thing.
Oh, is that a toilet? I think it's a toilet seat.
Oh, yeah, I think
There's
you're
toilet
right.
paper roll. But it's floating up because it's underwater.
Interesting.
And there's the little waves.
Wow.
We'll put that over in our inventory. If you go through this...
yeah.
Okay, so now we get to choose whether we want to go through the silver door or the hidden door.
Always secret tunnel. Always secret tunnel.
So, the hidden door. Story card 44.
No, I'm not a witch. Thank God.
I was scared for you. I gotta. I'm so sorry. I have to.
Fix the stack?
Yeah.
Entering a child's playroom, you find a giant, overstuffed toy box resting against one wall. In the middle of the room stands a dollhouse, which appears to be a perfect replica of the Marsden house. As you approach the dollhouse, you notice that the walls of the playroom are covered with shelves full of porcelain dolls, their eyes peering down at you.
Oh, I hate that.
It's difficult to break their gaze. The eyes seem to draw you into the blackness of their dead stares.
Interesting.
Not looking away, you feel yourself shrinking smaller and smaller. Soon the dolls seem to be looming over you, even more frightening than the before. Although they never move from their perches. Eventually, you're the size of the doll yourself. And you stand on the playroom floor besides the replica of the Marsden house. From where you stand, you can see the front door of the dollhouse. Continue on the back. Enter the doll.
Oh no, I don't like this.
So we enter the dollhouse by going to story card 49.
Cool.
Core memory unlocked. I don't remember a lot of episodes of Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Mhm.
But I do remember one about wanting to live in a dollhouse and turning into a doll once you got inside of it. And I had nightmares about that for months and months and months.
I always remember the one about the guy who gets a typewriter that can make stories come true, but then he writes a story about his friend being buried alive for no reason. And then his friend's buried alive.
Does he know that the typewriter?
Well,
makes stories
the thing
come
is,
true?
when he writes it, you have the dream, but then if anyone reads it, so he writes the thing, but then he gives the story to his teacher who reads it.
Ah.
So
49?
Yeah.
I sometimes wonder.
This is why I think children shouldn't learn to read.
Makes sense. Dangerous.
Our generation makes a lot of sense when you look at where we came from.
Mm-hmm. Lead poisoning?
Which
Yeah.
really makes me concerned for the generation that's growing up now.
Yeah. They're not getting enough lead.
Yeah.
Not nearly enough
I took
lead.
all of it out.
Unless they're from Flint, Michigan, in which case they're getting plenty.
Oh, thank gosh.
The dollhouse entryway has doorways leading to a dining room, a parlor, and a bedroom. Before you can think about where you should go next, something distracts you. There's a force at work here, a presence you can't ignore. Something, or someone, seems to be calling you, drawing you onward. You can tell.
Is it a chimpanzee playing a violin?
It's not.
Pouring his soul out.
This dollhouse is a hub of psychic energy, a nexus of weird power. You'll need to stay sharp. If you go to the dollhouse dining room, go to story card 35. If you go to the dollhouse parlor, go to story card 57. If you go to the dollhouse bedroom, go to story card 41.
Oh, shit.
So if we go to the parlor, that's the room that we first came in through, wasn't it? So
Yeah.
that would take us to the front door?
Maybe. Yeah.
Didn't we walk in through the front door of this dollhouse?
Oh, yeah.
No way to know.
You're right.
I don't think we've been to any of those rooms in
Yeah.
the actual house.
I think, haven't we been to the parlor? Wasn't that where we walked into? We walked into a parlor?
Maybe?
Like that's what the parlor was covered in the animal heads?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a
sounds
parlor
right.
and then a library and then a secret tunnel and now we're babies.
This beer is worse than I remembered it being, and I really don't want to drink it.
Well, here's the thing, you don't have to.
It's terrible. You should try it.
Okay. I'm gonna love this.
I vote parlor.
Yep, that's my favorite beer. My favorite beer.
It's so bad. I can't drink this. I give up.
I vote parlor.
But there are scary animal heads in there.
Let's go.
You don't want to go to the parlor?
There's no way there's miniature
yeah.
fucking...
What if we
made
do
a
it
point
again and
of-
it's different this time?
You made a point of telling us that we've been to the parlor already, but you don't want to go.
Yeah, because the animal bit our hand off almost.
It's true.
No, it just raised our danger meter by 4.
We escaped with our fingers barely.
Yeah, that.
Fine, parlor it is.
Now we know what not to do.
Yeah.
Which is
Reach
attempt
into animal
to
mouths?
reach into the
Which is
animals.
roll
Roll
better.
bad. Yeah.
Don't roll bad.
So this is your shot.
What is this?
It's you
The
again.
Dollhouse Parlor is card 57.
All right, let's go.
Come on, Dustin.
Oh,
Thank
I'm not
God.
a
Kyle's
witch.
not a witch.
I'm still not a witch.
He's definitely not a witch.
I'm gonna get burned at this.
Barely a human. God damn.
Yeah, well.
God, that's harsh.
I know. Calls him out my season. Whale biologist.
Whale biologist.
Watching Futurama. Uncultured swine. A piano takes up one corner of the dollhouse
Sweetie Puff
parlor.
Jr. sucks.
Thank you. A doll sits on a piano bench wearing a crown and a rich red gown, hands poised above the keys.
This is a different parlor.
This is the doll queen.
Oh shit.
And even though her back is turned, you feel as though she's daring you to face her in some kind of bizarre piano contest.
Uh-oh.
Of the mind.
I hate getting into a piano contest of the mind.
It's the worst. Perhaps accepting the queen's unusual challenge and defeating her will increase your psychic skills.
Oh.
You notice a painting above the piano. It depicts a solarium and is so spell-blindingly realistic you can't help but reach out your hand to touch it. You're amazed when your hand disappears into the painting and you can touch the solarium on the other side.
Mario 64.
Yup, this painting is a magical portal and it might be your only way out of this dollhouse. Optional challenge.
Nope.
Battle the doll queen in a psychic piano.
Nope.
Let's do it.
Absolutely not.
Let's
Win.
do it.
Draw clue 30. Lose. Raise your danger meter by 3.
Fuck
you may
it.
try again.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I say we do it.
At this point, I should explain what happens if the danger meter gets all the way to the top.
We lose 2.
We lose 2 psychic
Yeah.
scale, and it goes back down to
Yeah.
the
That's
third.
so much that would take us to level 1 again.
It would take us back down to
we got
level 1.
3. 1, 2, 3. We'll still be at 6.
Then we have to roll a 6 to win challenges.
Just so we go over and lose our psychic.
Yeah. Do it.
But we could also beat her and increase our psychic
Yeah,
even more.
what if we are so good at this?
We have a 33% chance
I like those odds.
of winning this challenge.
Great.
So here's the thing. If we face her and lose and raise it, and we face her again and drop the psychic meter down, then we would have to win to get the psychic meter back up. We gain nothing.
I mean, if we roll bad, yeah.
Yeah, that's only if we roll bad. That's assuming
hasn't happened
that's assuming that Dustin rolls bad
Yeah,
twice.
yeah, that would
There's no way.
happen.
There's no way he would let that happen.
Not bad. Less than perfect.
This guy would never do that. Look at that face. Can we put the sword on the line even though it won't help us?
I like it.
I just
like
think
what
I
you're
think the
thinking.
danger will help you roll better.
Yes, yes.
Hey,
You drive better when you don't have a helmet on.
Oh God.
Solid. Okay, so the rest of these options, if you go to the dollhouse dining room, go to the story card 35, you can go to the dollhouse bedroom. If you have clue 50 and you want to enter the magical portal, draw clue 47.
We do not have clue 50.
No. Maybe we'll get it by playing the piano.
If you do not have clue 50 and you want to enter the magical portal, draw clue 55.
That worries me.
50.
Yeah.
What did we miss?
We've only been in one room.
We've been in 2 rooms.
One room of the dollhouse.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
I don't know.
We've had so much luck with music thus far.
Yeah. It can't go bad again.
I'm not gonna argue if you guys really want to just fuck up our danger meter, but
Fucking YOLO, I guess. Let's do it.
Fuck it.
Watch this. It's a 5.
that's a 2.
That's real bad.
That's so bad.
So this goes up by 3.
We're only at 6. We're fine.
Now
We're
we have to
fine.
roll a 6 on our next challenge.
Perfect. He's gonna.
And we can try it again.
Yeah.
We can try it again.
We could.
Yeah, do it.
Fuck it. Let's go. Let's go.
I'm gonna come here. Not
1 in 6. 1 in 6.
perfect roll. First,
What are the odds?
First try.
Damn it!
I would just like to point out that wasn't high enough either time.
Yeah, either time.
But it will be this time.
It would be high enough this time. Now I feel like we have to. Good.
See?
Clue 30.
Back to where we were. Can we... Oh, maybe. The Queen's hands don't move, but you hear her incredible piano playing swirl through the parlor.
2 Doberman pictures show up.
They're really, really big.
Fucking damn it.
Now it's your turn. Reaching out to the piano with your brain, you weave notes into an intricate,
what the fuck?
Manic waltz, even faster and more beautiful than the Queen's.
You just gotta feel it. Like when you're on mushrooms.
Your music dances throughout the room. The Queen's crown falls to the floor. You've bested her. You win! Keep this card. Move forward 2 spaces on the psychic scale.
Oh no, we can't do that. We're better off than we ever were.
Damn straight! Our danger's lower, we're at the same psychic level we were, and we have whatever this is.
And we beat a doll in a psychic
Play the piano with our minds.
In a doll.
Cool. All right.
Okay, so now we have to pick. Do we want? I guess we just have to go through the portal. Oh, or I guess we can go
No,
to
we
the
don't
different
have
rooms.
to go through the portal.
We should probably not go to the portal.
No, let's
until-
check around the house
Yeah.
and find.
Let's not
50.
immediately jump into the exit when it's clear that that's probably not going to be the best choice.
That maybe there's something that'll save us going
Yeah.
through the portal. Maybe we can take a nap.
So
you jump through the portal. Have you heard of spaghettification? You're pulled apart at an atomic level.
So if you go to the bedroom or the dining room.
Take a nap.
Bedroom.
Bedroom.
41. Am I a witch?
Nope.
Nope.
That's way off.
Nope.
What the fuck?
You'll never be a
Kyle?
witch at this rate.
No. You fuck.
No.
Why?
Chill.
I need to beat them.
Okay. You wanna take a timeout?
No. I'll wait 8 minutes.
Okay.
See how far we get.
Okay. The dollhouse bedroom is filled with miniature furnishings, which are now full-size to you. A cozy chair, a dresser, a lamp, and a bed.
It's gonna make me sick.
Lying in the bed, its head on a pillow, is a stuffed mouse. It's so lifelike, you catch yourself thinking you should step quietly so you don't wake it up.
We're not waking up this mouse.
Your psychic senses start to pulse. You get the feeling something very important is hidden in this room. Optional free action if you are at level 3 or higher on the psychic scale.
We're
Fuck
not.
everything. We would get clue 50, which was the thing that would have gotten us through the magic portal the right way.
Well, we'll still get it.
If we go to the dollhouse dining room, go to story card 35. If we go to the dollhouse parlor, go to story card 57.
Oh, that's
We've already
it?
Been to the parlor.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could have gotten a clue if we didn't suck.
Well,
we can't get it again.
We wouldn't have been psychically high enough to do it anyway.
No. We still would have only been at 9.
Yeah.
We need to be at 11, so.
Story card 35 is the dining room.
Oh, thank God I'm not a witch.
Now you're making me feel bad. Maybe I shouldn't be good at this.
Story card 35. Seated at the head of the dollhouse dining room table is a doll wearing a crown. It's the Doll King with an oddly compelling glass eyes. They sparkle with kind of dark power. As you look into those eyes, you sense a strange tingle in your mind. This doll is reaching out to you mentally. You don't know why, but you feel like he wants to fight you. on the plane of pure thought.
Mind battle. He's playing mind games.
You sense this could help you strengthen your psychic abilities. Around the dining table, 2 doors lead to other rooms inside the dollhouse. Optional challenge! Woo! Overpower the Doll King with your mind! If we win, we draw a clue. If we lose, we raise the danger meter. But we may try this again if we'd like to. We'd like to challenge him in a battle of wits.
Yeah, fuck this guy.
Yeah, fuck him.
Interesting. If we had beaten the queen without having to take the danger meter down and beaten the king, we would have been able to get the thing from the mouse. But unfortunately, we suck.
Yeah. Let's challenge this king with a mind battle. 1!
That's bad.
Okay, lose. Raise the danger meter by 3. 1, 2, 3.
Jesus Christ.
But I may try again.
Oh, God.
4.
Hey.
Clue 56.
Maybe we should go to the doll kitchen and see if we can refill our bottle of water.
It's the last clue. Interesting. We've got... You project your thoughts at the little king like light through a magnifying glass. You focus on the doll's mind, narrowing your thoughts into a tight beam. Finally, when you come... finally, you can hardly take any more. The doll blinks. You win.
It was a staring contest.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
With a doll.
Keep this card moving forward. Move forward on the psychic scale. 2. And then finish story card 35. Keep this. Let's see. We can either go to the parlor or we can go to the bedroom.
I think we have to go back to the parlor and go through the portal.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we're stuck. We can't.
So we go through background and then we get here to the parlor and then we have
to go through the portal without clue 50.
Yeah.
Because we don't. Yeah.
Because we didn't have a high enough psychic
Do
skill
not
to
have
get
clue 50, then you want to enter the magical portal. Draw clue 55, which is probably the bottom one.
I feel like it's the bottom one.
No, clue 55.
Oh, clue. Sorry. You take a deep breath and jump into the portal. A pins and needles sensation spreads over your body as you travel the dimensional pathway. When you reach the other side, you're standing in the solarium you saw in your picture. You've returned to your normal size. Go to story card 58.
48.
48. I read the 50 and then don't worry about it.
Interesting.
See, I can be like a normal person too. I can just count them like a normal person.
Yeah, that's what a witch would say.
Oh God. Once you've entered the solarium, you notice how the glass panes are in angular shapes that create a spiderweb pattern across the ceiling. Like in our dream!
Oh, shit, we're on the right path.
There are clay pots with exotic plants on every flat surface. Welcome, you hear a female voice say. We are so glad you found your way here. An elderly woman in a long black dress and white apron, sorry, that was also in the dream, glides into view from behind a wall. She appears to be the housekeeper. She raises one finger and curls it toward her, beckoning you. We've been expecting you.
Uh-oh.
Come this way, she says. Something in her voice makes you freeze. This might be trouble. You notice something shiny tucked behind a tropical shrub, but you'll probably have to deal with the housekeeper before you can investigate it. You glimpse an art gallery beyond the solarium. Optional challenge. Attempt to excuse yourself. If you are level 2 or higher on the psychic scale, add +1 to your roll. In addition, +1 die. +1.
+1.
Okay. To your roll, in addition to any perception.
Yeah.
Which we don't have.
Which we don't have.
Challenge booster. If we win, we draw clue 39. If we lose, we draw clue 53. If we do not take the challenge, we continue below.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Heck it.
So we add 1 to our roll anyway, so we only need a 3.
Yeah.
I haven't rolled yet.
Oh boy. Yeah!
It's a 5 for the folks at home.
What's the clue?
Win. Clue 39.
39.
It's a large metal rod.
Ooh.
You calmly explain to the woman that you'd rather not go with her, and she returns to tending her plants. You grab the shiny object before leaving and find that it's warm to the touch. Your psychic senses tell you this is an important item. You slip away to the art gallery. Keep this item. Move forward 3 spaces on the psychic scale.
We're level 3!
Go to story card 32.
Okay, so we don't even get a choice. That's fun.
Story card 32.
That's what it says.
Dustin.
I'm gonna feed the dogs. I'll be back in a moment. Play
You
without
want us
me.
to time out?
No, just play without me.
Okay.
I vote whatever Kyle says because I feel like he's got the most self-preservation in this party.
Stepping into the marble-floored art gallery, you are amazed by more than 100 gold-framed paintings, plus countless abstract modern sculptures on pedestals. Wow! The entire collection must be worth gazillions! Too bad you've got no time to admire any of it. You're eager to keep moving.
Yeah, me too.
French doors lead to the study, and a doorway leads outside. You can see a pathway leading to an attached structure that appears to be a mother-in-law apartment.
It's called an additional dwelling unit. Wow, that's super dated.
No, it says mother-in-law apartment right here on the card. Alright, premonition. If you're level 2 or higher on the psychic scale,
We
draw
are.
clue 54.
54. That should be the last one.
Boom.
Oh, we've got what looks to be a
like some sort of knob or something.
It's like a pirate like.
No, it's one of the vault knobs.
Yeah.
From the
like the old timey like vault knobs.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. If you walk through the French doors to the study, go to story card 33. If you take the path outside to the additional dwelling, go to the story card 46.
We could go to Caitlin's house. Doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
I'm game for either one.
Let's go to the study then.
Yeah.
The
33.
33?
Top one.
That's me. Once inside the study, you are shocked to find 12 pairs of eyes staring at you in outrage. You stop dead in your tracks. There are a dozen shady-looking people, all stuffing briefcases with bundles of cold, hard cash.
Uh-oh.
Literally, they're taking money out of ice-filled coolers. You take another step and all but one of the guys take off, suddenly spooked. The last one turns and glares at you. Since he's holding his briefcase tightly with both hands, you're pretty sure you can take him. You see a hallway on the other side of the room that might serve to be a quick exit. Optional challenge, wrestle the man with the cash-filled briefcase. It's a strength challenge, which we have stuff we can do. If we win, we get a clue. If we lose, danger meter goes up by 3 and we can try again. After the challenge, we draw a clue.
Yeah, just don't roll a 1.
You want me to use the saber?
Solo 1.
I'm scared.
Okay, so you can roll bad.
Yeah. That's less scary.
Yeah.
That's a lot less scary to use the pocket knife that has 0 consequence if we lose it.
But it's only +1.
That's what you think. Maybe we get to the end and then it's like...
If you still
only
have the pocket knife.
Yeah. You win. Have you drank your water?
Ah, easy. I didn't even need the pocket knife.
Let's go.
Yeah, we stabbed that businessman.
38.
There's
That
a faceless
perfectly
businessman.
legitimate businessman. Okay. Briefcase full of money. You are currently holding a briefcase that contains more money than Sergeant Morrison and Detective Murphy earn in 2 years. Your
Let's
psychic
go.
senses tell you this is an important item.
Hell yeah.
Keep this item, move forward 1 space on the psychic scale. Boom. And then we finish story card 33, which is heading down the hallway. So that goes in our
Always
inventory.
stab. Always stab.
Clue 45. You race down the hallway past photographs and paintings of an old prison. You reach the end of the hall and find a metal door. Ooh. Go to story card 60.
Okay. We walked into a room full of men, literally taking cash out of coolers and putting it in briefcase. And we threatened a man with a pocket knife, and he gave us...
all but one of them ran away. One of them stared at us and gripped onto his briefcase, and we stabbed him with a pocket knife.
And now we have money.
We stabbed somebody?
Yeah, we stabbed him. I used a pocket knife to fight him. And
A lot happened since I left.
Yeah.
And we got a briefcase full of money.
And
we robbed a guy.
We finished the chapter.
Hey!
Chapter 2, goal achieved. You shove the metal door open. When you close it behind you, clang! It sounds like the door to a jail cell slamming shut. You turn to check where you are. There's an elevator?
We found the mystic elevator!
Yay! You get in and press the close door button and finally get a moment to catch your breath. You can't believe what you've been through so far, but this elevator should be your ticket to the basement. And that should bring you one step closer to uncovering the mystery of the sounds that you heard when you first entered the Marsden house. Now that you know where the elevator is, you wonder if you should go back to the basement now or go back and investigate everything that you might have missed. Story return.
What are the places that it gives us options to?
We can go upstairs to the upstairs hallway. We can go to the main dining room. We can go to the solarium, which we came from, or the gallery, which I think we've done those.
I think we've done the last. Yeah. I think we've done the last two.
Yeah, certainly.
We came out in the solarium from the dollhouse.
Yeah.
Right.
And the gallery is where
we snuck off to after seeing the lady in the solarium.
Yeah, and we stole the money from that businessman. We definitely... I don't know that we've done upstairs.
We haven't done upstairs.
We haven't done upstairs, and we haven't done the dining room.
But our danger meter is quite high.
It is not low.
We would have to raise it by 2 to do any of these things.
Yeah.
So that's a lot.
Isn't awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a premonition.
Yeah.
We did get a premonition.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
It's black and white.
And a metal rod.
Large metal.
Yeah, we found the metal. We found
yeah.
2 key items and 2 premonitions.
That feels pretty good to me.
But we haven't died enough.
We did not die. We once again made it through a chapter without a death.
So we should probably go back and get murdered by somebody.
We have to make some bad decisions.
I'm okay to go back to do stuff we haven't done.
I would like to see what's upstairs.
Check it out.
Okay.
Raise the danger meter 2.
Yep, and then go to card 39.
See? I'm normal.
Whatever you have to tell yourself.
The stairway leads up to a long hallway. A violet rug with tasseled edges runs the length of the hall, and strange abstract paintings line the walls. A vase of lilies sits on an ornate side table halfway down the hall, a gorgeous wooden piece with floral engravings on the front and sides. Without warning, a ghostly figure comes through a door up ahead on your right. The ghost doesn't acknowledge your presence as he rushes right through a closed door on the other side of the hall. The hallway seems colder now than when you entered. Should you follow the ghostly figure, or perhaps inspect the room he came from?
I think it's always good to follow a ghost.
So we're just cool with ghosts?
Optional challenge.
Optional challenge. Search the ornate table if you are level 2 or higher on the psychic scale. Add 1 to your roll. In addition to any, we don't have any boosters for that. If we win, we draw clue 29. If we lose, we raise the danger meter by 1.
We got a 50-50 shot. Let's do it.
Cool.
Let's look at the table.
Gotta get a 4.
4. Okay. Nope.
That's not a 4.
It is not.
That's a 2.
Don't get to do it again. So, are we going to follow the ghost or going to where the
Follow
ghost
the
came
ghost.
from?
Follow the ghost.
We don't want to see, like, what the ghost was up to
But
before it?
the ghost is leading us somewhere. They always do. They don't.
have to.
They don't leave places. They take you places.
The ghost
Everyone
didn't
knows
notice
that.
us. The ghost is just doing ghost shit.
Yeah,
like,
but
ghost
we-
isn't. The ghost doesn't care about us.
Yeah, but it only exists when we observe it. Everyone knows that about ghosts. These are undisputable facts about ghosts that I know.
If I were a witch, and I'm not, but if I were a witch,
And if you were, we couldn't be friends. But
right? So if I were a witch, you would think that I would know things about ghosts, so that we should follow my instinct about ghosts. But I'm not a witch. Uh-oh, hold on. I think I faded myself into a corner here.
So
we have to follow the ghost,
Are
I guess.
we following a ghost or are you a witch? I guess those are the options.
Follow the ghost, I guess.
Follow the ghost.
Can you put your finger on that for me? Thank you. Fuck, it was the last one.
And it goes to Dustin.
Hey!
Here you go.
You enter an extravagantly decorated master bedroom. A dressing table with a fancy mirror sits against one wall across from a canopy bed covered in burgundy silk.
I've always wanted a canopy bed.
One with burgundy silk? That sounds nice.
So that sounds like the bed that Kyle wants.
I like burgundy.
And silk?
Sure.
Cool.
It doesn't stay on. Like the fitted sheet of if it's silk, you can't get it. It's too slippy.
It's the canopy. The canopy's
Yeah, so
burgundy
it
silk.
would just be like, yeah. But it
sounds
would be
nice.
luxurious.
Anyway,
The ghost of a Union general sits on the bed, gently caressing
Henry
the
Marsden
burgundy
or whatever
silk.
his name is?
No, facing away from you. As the floor creaks beneath your step, the ghostly figure turns and leaps to his feet.
Uh-oh.
He has a fearsome scowl on his face and an empty scabbard on his belt.
Well, we got the solution for that.
We have his sword.
Coward! Traitor! Thief!
Uh-oh.
He yells as he approaches.
Hey, we're only some of those.
at least one.
I've never betrayed anyone.
I definitely may have stolen your sword.
Yeah, we stole your sword and I'm afraid all the time.
There's an open door on the far right side of the room through which you glimpse a bathroom with dark green tiles. You could also retreat back into the hallway to escape the Phantom's wrath.
Follow the ghost, he says.
Optional free action. If you have clue 2, you
We
may
do.
attempt to give it to the ghost.
Yeah.
To do so, discard it and draw clue 32.
Let's give him his sword back.
Yeah.
That's never a bad idea, right?
Yeah.
How could it go bad?
He's gonna stab us with his own sword.
And he's gonna be like, oh, hell, you found that? Sweet.
We discard the sword.
We never even got to use it.
We just did.
You offer the saber to the advancing apparition. He pauses and takes it, sliding the sword into his scabbard. It fits perfectly.
This
And then he
is
pulls
so,
it out and cuts your head off.
So sexual. This is so sexual.
He looks at you and starts to speak. My sword is also my penis. No, he doesn't say anything else. Move forward 2 spaces on the psychic scale. Lower danger meter by 2.
Yeah!
Ooh.
And go to story card 34.
Yeah! We're 1 notch away from level 4 on the psychic scale. You said 34?
Yeah, it's probably
Yes,
towards the
story
top.
card 34.
Can you make it colder in here?
Sure.
I'm dying,
I can do that.
but slightly less slowly than normal.
What?
I'm dying, but faster than I normally am. It's
Ah.
like we're always dying. That's the state of humanity. It's
I am
always-
General Henry Marsden of the Union Army, and this estate has passed through my family for generations, ever since the first settlers built this town. I regret that I cannot stay long, for though our meeting has invigorated me,
Still about sex.
I must soon return to my penance below. Before I go, however...
Turns out God hated the Union.
Before I go, however, I will answer any one inquiry you might have.
We can ask him about the noises in the basement. We can ask him about other ghosts in the mansion.
What other ghosts?
Or we can ask him about our nightmares.
What other ghosts? I don't want to ask him about that.
Yeah.
You don't want to know about any other ghosts?
No. If I don't think about them, they can't hurt me.
We can't ask him about the chimpanzee that plays the violin, right?
I have one question.
Nobody,
that.
nobody wants to talk about the chimpanzee that plays the violin.
It's the only thing I want to know about.
And the Doberman pincers that seem to be actively listening.
Did they buy tickets?
Oh, this is continued on the back. Oh no, wait. Choose one and then continue.
Yeah.
I'm inclined to ask about our nightmares.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the basement
nightmares
eventually.
or basement, but yeah, nightmares. I feel like we're more likely to get more stuff from basement, but let's ask.
We're
about
gonna
open
go
for
to
a
the
premonition.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the basement anyway.
Yeah. Ask them about our nightmares.
We found an elevator. We're gonna find out what's down there.
Yeah.
43.
One way or another.
The ghost's eyes look grim. I would turn back if I were you. The source of those nightmares is something truly frightening indeed. You don't want to tamper with forces that are far beyond you. You won't fare well.
Finish the back of story card 34. Well, that fucking sucked.
Cool warning.
I figured that was probably gonna be.
Yeah, but we had to.
Yeah.
That's what he looks like.
Yikes.
The Babadook?
Yeah, we can now return to the hallway or go check out the bathroom. I say check out the bathroom.
Yeah, why not?
Story card 50.
You enter the bathroom and close the door behind you, only to jump about 3 feet in the air when the door suddenly bulges inward with a loud thud. Frost spreads across the bathroom mirror, and you stand so still you almost stop breathing until the frost finally stops spreading. It recedes, and the scary, bulging door returns to normal. The bathroom is decorated in various shades of green. A clawfoot tub sits against one wall.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's very nice. You hunch. There is a hunch in the ceiling. Maybe it leads to or a hatch in the ceiling. Maybe it leads to the attic. You lean out the small window and see a drain pipe on the house's exterior wall. Leaning out further, you see another window, and through it, paintings on the wall. The sun is setting, and the rain is really coming down, or the sun is up. We can't tell what the weather is.
Yeah, the weather's all over the fucking place.
It's either the day or the
but
night.
also it's raining.
Yeah, it's also...
Okay.
So climbing down the drain pipe to the gallery would be tricky. Optional challenge, we can climb down the drain pipe to get to the gallery, but, I think we've already been there. I don't see there's a lot of reason to do that.
We would lower the danger meter by 4.
Oh, yeah, if we win.
Jesus, that's a lot.
If we win. Or we can skip the drain pipe and go to the ceiling hatch.
I think we go to the ceiling hatch. We've been to the gallery.
All right, 53 it is.
Unless you two disagree with that assessment.
Sounds good.
Am I fucking it up too much on purpose? Like, is it too obvious?
It's clear that you're trying to look like you're not doing it.
I'm not an actor! After a short climb, you're in the attic. It's dusty and creepy, and there's another ladder here. This second ladder leads to the roof, but you can see through the window that the storm has really intensified. It's pouring outside now. You poke your head out through the window and discover a stout vine on the outside wall that could easily support your weight. And most importantly, thanks to a wide overhang, climbing out this way would keep you dry. You can see through French doors on the ground that lead into a study. I guess we should have used the drain pipe. If you climb up the ladder to go to the roof, go to story card 43. You climb down the vine to go to the study.
Which we've already been to. Haven't we?
I don't remember going to a study.
No, we just no.
Oh no, we went to the study in the dollhouse.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Not in the real house.
There's too many damn the same houses, okay?
Yeah, I know.
Who built this fucking house?
It's all over the fucking place.
That chimp?
I believe it. He can play music. He can do architecture.
He seems to command the will of dogs.
I can't even do that. I only got 3. Well, I don't know that we want to go up in the middle of a storm. Like, that doesn't feel...
Yeah. Agree.
Yeah.
Maybe down?
Yeah.
Okay, well...
Yeah, we'll go down to the study. That's cool.
I feel like if we climb up to the roof, we're just going to get hit by lightning and
Yeah.
die. It's really intensifying. Like, they even show us there is lightning happening.
Yeah. It seems like, hey, don't go that way.
So we're doing 33?
33.
Should be the top one. Oh no, unless we already did 33.
Oh shit, we did go to the
We
study.
did go to the study.
Does that change it? Do we want to go to the roof?
Do we want to die?
Always roof. Always roof.
Let's go to the roof.
Okay,
'Cause
roof
we've already
is
been
40
to the...
what?
Yeah, what was the roof?
The roof was 43.
That's a lot of words. You can't possibly be dead.
You get hit by lightning. After ascending the ladder, you're on the roof. That was easy. It's completely drenched from the rain, which of course means that you're completely drenched from the rain. But one thing up here looks completely dry. The apparition of the Union General who is standing right in front of you.
He was friends with us a minute ago.
Traitor! He shouts as he grows 20 feet tall.
He's a short fucking memory.
I grant you safe passage through my ancestral home, he screams in your face. And this is how you repay me?
Did you tell us not to climb?
You didn't tell us that, dude. Instructions unclear.
We gave you a sword!
You have no idea why he would be so offended by someone climbing onto his roof.
No.
But you never get the opportunity to find out. The gust of wind from his screaming throws your body like a hockey puck against a low railing, and you fall.
It's oddly specific. Anyway.
And land with a thud on the ground far below, crushing all your internal organs in the process.
He was our friend. Why would he kill us?
He said, get off my fucking roof.
Move back one space on the psychic scale and return to story card 53. All right, well then we're going back to the study.
Yeah.
Always study.
Which was 33.
Yeah. You should check the other side because
they're in the bottom corner as well.
Oh, okay.
So this was the briefcase.
Yeah, and then we went from there to hallway, and then we found the elevator.
And then we found the elevator?
Yeah.
Okay, so the hallway was clue 45.
So we'd have to go back upstairs to go through the room the ghost came from.
Clue 45. Story card 60 is next.
And that's the end.
And that's the end.
Yeah.
But we'd have to raise the danger meter to do that again.
Yeah.
We didn't even get anything from going
We
back,
got
did we?
nothing from going back through.
No, we got...
We lost our sword and got
Psychic.
psychic scale and danger meter
Okay,
reduced.
okay.
Yeah.
Which is not...
That's not nothing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where'd it go? Fucking there. So we could go back and go to the dining room, but we would have to raise the danger meter again.
Or we could go up the stairs again.
We could go upstairs again and then
Go the
try
other
and
room.
cycle through a different way, yeah. I'm good.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I think I want to...
One horrible death is enough per
Yeah,
chapter.
yeah. I think I want to move on to chapter 3, but I think I want to do it at a later session.
Yeah, that seems...
I agree.
I think we're all in agreement. But this was, I gotta say, it's been a long time. I haven't done like a choose your own venture really since I was like a child. But like this is a very fun little like reminder of like what they're like.
Yeah, yeah.
And this format is certainly easier than doing it with the book and the piece of paper and the
I think so,
pencil.
too.
Yeah,
Right.
like I like that there are the cards and there's a card that everybody can hand around and read.
I like that there's an element to it that's not just choose this option or this option. There's
the challenges
there's
are
a
fun.
gamification element to it.
That's a lot of
It's a very different kind of press your luck.
I like being able to like collect stuff while you're going through it because that wasn't a thing with the books.
Yeah.
It was just it was purely just choose this option or this option, turn to that page, and there was no way for the game of the book to remember what you'd already done. Like there is.
I like the premonitions. I don't know what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
And I want to know. Like this alone is like really driving me forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to know why these objects are important.
You tell me we're gonna collect stuff and make sure you don't lose it. I'm like, well,
It really makes you go, well, shit. We only did like half the chapter.
Yeah.
Let's go back.
There's still like so many. Like both times, it's like there's such a huge stack of cards left.
And what's in there?
Yeah. What's in there? Like, look how many clues we don't have.
Yeah.
Like, what was clue?
We got.
I love how many of this chapter was if you have a perception bonus, add that. It's like, but where would we have gotten a perception bonus?
Right. Yeah, we didn't get anywhere near as many clues this time as we did in the first chapter.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And we're starting to struggle a little bit.
On the danger meter,
Yeah.
But our psychic scale's going up.
Yeah.
Finally.
Which is nice.
I do like that we only die when we're like, well, let's go back. That we find a pretty decent path through the first time.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how the game plays on a playthrough where you don't double back at
where you
all.
like fail to like the tentacle monster murders you or like, you know, all this stuff.
No, I mean like where you don't double back at all. You just, as soon as you when it like there's no story
hardcore
returns.
mode, one life.
Yeah.
Level 1 playthrough.
Yeah.
So
I
you
think-
get to the end of the game with nothing extra. Yeah.
Honor mode.
I think this is a lot of fun. It's obviously it's something of a legacy game. It's not you're not destroying components as you go through, but you are kind of fucking up the card order.
Yeah. I mean,
And it would be hard. It would be hard to play it again
because you already know.
Yeah,
things.
you'd have to take some time.
Try and forget everything you learned.
I forget.
But the thing is though, like so many of the things that happen are so random and so out of the blue. I think it would be impossible to remember all of the different things.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I think that's part of it. I would love to take this and then look against the actual book and see what's the same in the story, because some of these things are just so wildly what the fuck that I have to wonder, like, you know, in this day and age I'd be like, it was written by AI, it's so weird, you know what I mean?
Right.
But clearly not.
Because you see these dogs and you're like, oh, those dogs, there's probably a bunch of dogs guarding. No, those dogs are part of the chimpanzee card.
Yeah.
They're on the chimpanzee card is where those dogs are from. That's a wild thing that those dogs are from.
Just on a random...
The best part of the game,
they're not even they're on an ending that is so obvious that you are walking into a trap.
No, it's not.
But it's not. It wasn't obvious that it was going to be dogs that ate us.
There was no hint that the dogs were going to be
die.
there.
The dogs were a surprise.
Yeah.
The chimp was fine. I mean, he did point at us because we turned the lights on.
He pointed at us and...
Very Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Just like, oh! You know.
And that caused a dozen or so Doberman pinchers.
20 Doberman pinchers.
20 Doberman
We were
pinchers.
ripped apart by 20 Doberman pinchers.
I mean, we had his best interest at heart. It's not our fault.
We
Whoever architected this stupid ass thing, we didn't want to interrupt his beautiful violin playing.
We could have
didn't
gone
want to
the other
run
way.
away. Exactly, we didn't want to.
But we were entranced.
It is
away from
definitely
the beautiful music.
That was definitely one of those moments that, as a kid, when I was reading the book, I absolutely would have been like, "Well, I know I'm gonna die, but I want to find out how." Bookmark.
I will read you. The chimp is fully committed to the music. You've never heard such emotional performance.
Yeah.
What were we supposed to do? Not check it out?
Right?
I think
You see a chimp playing the violin better than any person you've ever seen it? Oh, you're listening. Mm-hmm. You're telling me you're not listening?
You stick around for the encore.
if I see a chimp playing the violin where I've already run into some weird spooky shit, I close the door as quietly as possible and try to forget I ever saw that chimpanzee. If anybody ever asks, no, I did not. No, I did not see that chimpanzee.
Can you imagine, like, the next day when, like, our psychic detective is back at the police station? It's like, how was it? It's too weird to explain. A Civil War ghost kicked me off the roof, and then a chimpanzee playing the violin sick dogs on me.
I got better, though.
Yeah.
I think
Too bad about my internal organs.
I think this is really cool, and I wish they had made more of these. There's only 2 of them.
I think this would be a lot of fun for a party.
Yeah.
Like a Airbnb weekend type
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Very, very simple, very low stakes, kind of. I mean, not low stakes, but low thought. You know, all you have to do is make choices.
I think it's kind of like it's a game along in the same kind of vein as Micro Macro, but that is a Where's Waldo solve mystery game. This is a little bit simpler. Just play out the story with your gaming group, and I think that's a lot of fun. I enjoy this a lot.
It's fun, and it's also great. Anyone can play kind of game. And
Oh,
like,
yeah,
you play
absolutely.
with any group of people.
As long as one person can read, you're gonna be okay.
Yeah. You could play this with.
You can have Google scan the document and spit out voice to text.
God, that would be awful.
But you could technically play this with all ages if you're okay with your kids.
It does say 10 and up, so there are some decently gruesome ways to die in there. Getting ripped apart by dogs is pretty awful.
Yeah, buried alive.
Yeah.
Kicked off a roof by a Civil War ghost.
Killed by dolls, turned into a doll.
Yeah.
Like, I can see it is House of Danger, so there's some
Right.
spooky stuff in there. But
It's designed for you to play through each chapter in a single session. You can obviously play through multiple chapters in a single session, but you don't stop in the middle of a chapter.
Yeah.
But pretty easy to just like take a picture of where we're at here
Right.
on the board, and then put all of the cards that we've unlocked in a separate stack from the ones.
Put them in a little baggie or whatever.
Yeah.
I could definitely see this being like if you have a weekly game night sort of thing, and you finish whatever game that makes you think, you know, for a while. Like, let's get House of Danger back out and go a little bit further. Just finish it, you know?
Sometimes the Gloomhaven session wraps up early, and you're like, well, it's takes like 3 hours to do a fight, so we can't start another one.
Right. Let's just do something easy that still feels like we're doing something, you know? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
solid.
Yeah, I'm hopeful that Tempest Workshop teams up with Z-Man to do more of these.
So were these Prospero Hall's first games?
Not their first. I don't know the history, like the timeline on when they came out with stuff. But before they got bought by Funko, they did Disney Villainous. The first 2, I think, installments in that series. Yeah. And then because that game did so well.
Right.
That's what attracted Funko's attention, and they got bought. So Ravensburger continued that series without them. But let's see. Yeah, I don't know if they have like
what year was what
a year
kind of thing
for stuff anywhere. Maybe I could look that up on Board Game Geek.
Maybe, yeah. I'm pretty confident that you can.
Board game designer Prospero Hall. Oh yeah, they also made Horrified.
Pan Am.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Pan Am was with Funko.
Okay, yeah. That game.
See all. Can I sort them by
year released?
Year released. There we go. That's the wrong way. Go the
Hey,
other
that one's
way.
2024.
That is 2024.
Check that out in a
There's a
minute.
few 2024 releases. How's that possible?
Star Wars Villainous.
Aren't they? They're gone.
Yeah, but
they are no more. They have
you design
been
a game
no
and
more.
it can take
Maybe it just took a while for their
years
stuff
for
to
it
come
to
out.
get, like go through the art process.
Anyway,
and
going all the way back.
Yeah, that goes way far back.
Bob
Oh,
Ross.
they did the Bob Ross game. I didn't know that.
Nice.
Well, that makes sense.
2016.
But yeah, their first one was a game called Suspicion in 2016. And this game came out in 2018. So they had come out with a
5
few.
or 6 games before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did 2 Bob Ross.
Hit it big with their Villainous.
Yeah, Villainous was what
This came out
really...
the same year as Villainous, I see. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
But I love Prospero Hall. I love their games so much, and this is no exception. I think this one's really solid. Lots of fun. So, This is the portion of the show where we tell people what we're up to, where they can find us, that sort of thing. Does anybody have anything that they'd like to share?
Not especially.
Nothing besides come find us at Gen Con.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I got.
That's coming up in a month and a half-ish? No, just a little over a month.
Yeah.
About 5 weeks.
Yeah, little over a month. End of July, beginning of August.
First, yeah.
And we will be doing our trivia panel.
Yeah.
Where one of you will get to compete against Eric and Danica.
You will win against me.
Okay. I was gonna. I am gonna do everything I can to keep you from winning prizes. There's one thing I don't want is for our audience to win anything.
There's one thing I don't want, it's to do homework before we go to Gen Con.
Well, yeah, I guess the flip side is that I hate preparing for anything ever. So, yeah, we'll see.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Yeah. So it's a pretty solid chance.
And I have a lot of prep work to do before then. Dustin, how about you?
As always, go ahead and check out thunkboardgames.com. See all the fun board games that I've made that you can get yourself. And grab yourself a copy of Don't Let It Die Digital on your favorite store platform.
We went camping over the weekend, and it felt like we were playing Don't Let It Die in real life because it was fucking freezing outside.
Yeah.
And a T-Rex tried to kill Kyle.
No, there wasn't a T-Rex, but we were concerned about bears.
Okay.
There had been a mountain lion sighting apparently nearby recently.
I wasn't that concerned about bears.
And in the night, a bunch of Neanderthals stole all your meat.
The whole pack of hot dogs gone.
No, they're in the fridge. We didn't eat the hot dogs. We didn't have a chance.
Yeah, those stayed in the cooler.
Yeah, we came home too early for the hot dogs. Anyway.
We did come home a day early. It was too cold. It was too windy.
It was too
And
windy.
it was cold.
That's why you lose one health in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
So that part makes sense. Well designed. Really, really good.
Well, as for this show, we are live every Wednesday night playing board games together. And next week we'll play something that you guys can fuck with us on with Buff and Nerf.
Uh-oh.
I don't know what, but something.
Yeah.
Wednesday?
Next Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Thank you all so very much for hanging out with us on your Wednesday evening, and thank you all, as always, for joining me.
You're
for
welcome.
Board games.
I'm sorry, I meant you're welcome.
Now get the fuck out of my house.
Bye-bye, everybody!
Bye-bye.